And just make sure a little bit. Right there. Right there.
Nope.
May want to zoom in a little bit.
Put it down. Put it down some more, Mark.
I'm framing it close.
Yeah, you right now trying to move to your to your.
Come down.
Tilt the camera down.
That's too much. Other way.
You good? All right, so we're back. Okay, we're back.
So I was saying, it was a mistake the first time.
Everybody share.
It was a mistake the first time. It happened again, and they may be late again. This time was even longer. Now, that's not a mistake. That's now turning it into a trend.
Right.
When trends happen, now behavior starts to develop. That means that it is intent in some senses, and it's cheating repetitive, right? In its cheating aspect, that means that was intent. It was you meant what you was whatever you took place in. In this case, it could have been honest, but it still was now a trend starting to happen because it's a behavior that's happening now because you're not doing what's necessary to prevent the keys from getting lost. You're not doing what's necessary to prevent from falling victim to or succumbing to the temptation or cheating, as you guys were saying. So I agree with you guys. I'm not easily persuaded or at all.
That's just common sense.
Well, this is where I kind of want to piggyback off of Duran and also give my perspective on why I said there's murder, premeditated murder, and manslaughter. Now, yes, you lost the key the first time, and then you go back and lose the key again. The fact of losing a key is not really an issue. It is why you're losing the key. That is the issue, right? So if you're losing a key because you just can't remember, no matter how you want to put it, it was still a mistake. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, if you're just misplacing the key because you're just not paying attention, right? You're a habitual.
Responsibility.
Right, you're habitual.
Right.
Now, no, right, you're habitual. Now, if you keep giving the key, knowing that they cannot find the key, that's not a mistake either. That's on you, not on them. But that's what we're all saying about this. You understand? That's where premeditated comes in, right? That's where murder comes in, right? And that's where manslaughter comes in. That's where the difference of, you can't say it is a mistake. Right? To piggyback off of Durant, I've had family members that did something over and over again. And I'm like, dang, that was stupid. I should have did that. That was a mistake. No, it wasn't. I knew what was going to happen. I just hoped that the outcome would be different.
What I'm saying, I totally
It's the
understand
same
that.
thing.
But we gave that definition. We did that. Because that's not what it is. We saying that amongst ourselves, how we feel about that word and say, oh no, you knew what you was doing. That ain't no mistake. We do it so often. Nah, you didn't make a mistake because you knew what you was doing. That's not what the word said. The word said it's an action that was done that was wrong.
You cannot
Well, Ms.
use the
Knight,
word in
and
every
then you can't-
situation.
Oh,
We're not changing the definition.
Why you can't? Who said what's that wrong?
So-
That you can't use it in every definition.
So here it is.
We're not changing the definition.
Right.
You're using the definition for everything.
So
It's a word that can be used for anything.
But
Who said it can't?
It's a broad word, but you're using it for an excuse to get out of it.
No, that's what you feel, but you don't have no way of knowing that. You don't know that.
But you can't
It's-
use that for everything.
I just don't think
You just don't,
Listen,
you just don't make it
if the word say, hold on,
you do, you
hold
can't
on.
use it.
If the word say something that's wrong, How the hell I can't use it for everything?
No,
Well, let me say.
Something that's done, that's wrong.
So,
Why wouldn't that word apply to anything that's done, that's wrong?
no.
Who is the word police that says, oh no, you can't say it here, but you can say it here? Who is the word police that says that? Because if it says
The person-
an action that's wrong,
The person that's accepting that excuse that you're giving them.
no, they ain't gotta accept it or not. The word can be used. It ain't about being accepted. It can be used because the word simply says something, an action that was done that was misguided or wrong. You don't gotta like it or accept it,
So
but it's an
what-
action that's wrong.
okay, so
Right?
with that, with that,
You said it all right.
Listen,
what clears all of this up is this
Intent.
intent.
That's
I already know.
Right, that's
I know that's one thing you said that makes sense to me.
So, and according to,
I know where you finna go.
and according to the real definitions,
I know you finna go. That's why I knew what you were to say.
it
Intent.
says a thing intended, an aim or plan. The action or fact of intending, one's intention, a person's design, especially man's, in respect to marriage.
Oh,
Hello.
oh,
That is what.
Three.
the-
Oh!
I ain't heard what he said. I heard a sentence, but I ain't heard no clarity. That didn't give me no clarity. I heard a bunch of words. I heard.
So even a mistake can happen. Because as I stated a couple weeks ago, when we talked about you put a man and a woman together long enough, something's bound to happen at some point.
If that woman
But-
wants it to happen.
exactly.
Man, please, Miss Lynette. Please, we already solved that problem
Yeah.
last week.
No, you didn't solve it.
Women think it's if they want it, and men think it's the power that
But we let you
within.
think.
And we let you think
But-
that
but-
y'all
but
think.
Marcus, but that's fine.
That's fine.
But-
Any game is always us.
Even if we fell in love first, we still chose y'all.
No.
No, you did not.
No, no.
No, you did not.
No, you
For
didn't.
you to say I do, I chose you.
You didn't choose me.
No.
I'm not.
I chose, but
Break it down.
that's a whole other.
You may have chose me, but I chose you, which begets whatever.
Which opens me up to that,
So,
can you marry me, and me saying yes?
Exactly.
Cause you could be on your knee all day and be like, can you marry me?
And I'd be like, no.
No, wait, hold on a minute. Hold on, wait.
It's a power struggle, bro.
It is a power struggle.
That's why white women.
Okay.
Oh. These women,
No.
they didn't even check sometimes.
Already knew.
Ain't nobody saying no.
Already knew.
No, wait,
Ain't nobody.
let me
This
clarify.
is
Eric, let's clarify so we took
This is why white women. I'm just saying. I ain't saying nothing. I'm just saying. Y'all got me sitting in the middle. Y'all know why I got me sitting in the middle. I'm in the wrong seat right now because I got like two real sisters looking at me. I'm giving it to you raw. I almost got to fight with my wife last night saying the same thing. This is what differs from white women and sisters.
They submissive.
This.
But no, man.
You stay out of it. You don't get to have a comment.
Listen,
Hey,
you cannot put, first of all, you cannot put white women against black women nowhere. There's no space ever that you could ever place us next to each other.
it was a joke. It was just like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it was a joke.
I ain't joking, Grant. I'm dead serious.
I was trying to say.
I'm dead serious. This is what.
I was
Well,
trying
we ain't gonna get into it, but this is what I'm saying. This is the difference with sisters and white women.
What's
This
the
is why
difference? That we have an opinion?
No, you got opinions too.
No.
They express what's the difference.
Obviously, let me tell you something. They have motive. They have motive. It's not about opinion.
that. You're making the white woman as if she can't think.
Who can't think?
The white woman.
She
you're
can't.
saying that you're saying that.
But she has motive.
No, I'm saying
Everything she does is with motive. Don't get it twisted.
Everyone has.
We do
black,
no,
white,
no,
whatever,
no.
Everyone has.
When we do it we do it in a
When you
different
do it.
intention. They have motive. So like most majority of the time, like you said, you're not gonna see no white woman with no broke dude. But guess what? Your broke ass wanna be laid up with us. You understand? We gonna love your broke behind, but when you get a little bit of money, you gonna go with this white woman who's about to take every dime you got. Yeah, but she about to take every dime you got. But you know what? She
well, I got good credit too, but she gonna put me on the big on an insurance policy.
we got good credit too.
What?
I got good credit too.
okay.
I got good credit. I got insurance.
Wait. Okay, listen. All right.
Okay, real quick. I need y'all to take a listen. Take a listen to this. is the only way I can. This is the only way I can break this a little bit. Shoot. I hope we're able to even hear it.
You know what? I'm done with you. I'm done with you, and I'm done with you. And your feedback.
Okay, I'm hoping.
Because the number one human fear is the loss of love.
Wait. Oh, y'all keep talking. Let me figure out why we can't hear it.
So anyway, as I was saying, I got good credit. I ain't always have good credit, but I got good credit now.
Me too.
I have excellent credit.
So,
Well,
So I don't need a woman to do anything really to get back going.
okay.
I mean, you do need him to do one thing.
Well,
oh,
well,
That's
another show.
You know,
word?
you're right. Hey,
Another show.
you're right. And that's
Hey,
not, that's not talk
black
back.
or white.
Talk back.
Hey.
Wait, he said talk back.
Hey, say Margaret.
Did you catch that? Did you catch
That's
that?
black
Thank
or
you.
white.
Margaret,
We can live. This is one thing about it.
just don't talk back.
We need him. We need him. Lord knows we need him. We can act like we don't, but that's one area we gonna always need him.
Yeah,
I don't know about any other man, but that's listen.
we need a black woman.
Okay, let me see if I have it now.
Also, what you need us to screw us in?
I-
That's what you saying.
God.
So now you need us.
We don't need you to.
Oh, no.
Please talk to me.
Because the number one human fear is the loss of love. That's a bone-wrenching fear. So when we think we're in love or we think we love something or someone, to let it go raises fear. And the human mind loves comfort and familiarity, even if it stinks and it's
They hear her, but we can't hear her. So I gotta straighten why we can't hear her. But
Turn it on your.
I need us to hear. I need us to hear her because I need y'all to comment on what y'all feel about what she's saying. Put it on the phone.
Go ahead. We'll do it again since you hear it.
Put it on the phone. Go ahead. Y'all take this.
because the number one human fear is the loss of love. That's a bone-wrenching fear. So when we think we're in love or we think we love something or someone, to let it go raises fear. And the human mind loves comfort and familiarity, even if it stinks and it's toxic. If it's familiar, what's the saying? Better the devil you know than the one you don't know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we'll stay there because it's comfortable and it's familiar, and that means we have control.
So many women think there's no such thing as a man who doesn't cheat, and that's what you're saying, like as far as the devil you know as opposed to the devil you don't know, and they'll stay in a situation because they're like, well, all men cheat anyway, so I might as well stay with this person who is taking care of me. At least I know who they are as a person instead of trying to get into a whole new situation, and it happens to me all over again. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I don't believe in cheating. I want to know, what agreements did we have? Did we have an agreement and a commitment that this was a monogamous relationship? And if we did, and you violated that agreement and you violated that commitment, that tells me that you don't have no integrity, and that don't have nothing to do with me. And I don't choose to be in relationship with people who surrender their integrity, who don't have integrity. Women take on the cheating as though it has something to do with him. You got to look at this person and say, okay, this person's got integrity issues. This person has issues with honesty. As that's something I want to deal with. And if you're going to deal with it, stay and stop complaining. I don't believe in cheating. I believe in violation of agreement, and I believe in broken commitments.
Well, I'm glad you don't believe in cheating, because black men don't cheat. So.
No, I don't think they do. I think that
they violate commitments.
Yeah, they violate commitments. They have difficulty with commitments. And in this country where they're educated, programmed, and conditioned, dehumanized, devalued, most brothers are struggling with their personal integrity, their personal value, and their personal worth. And that's why they use Mr. Man and his two friends to try to garner up some worth and value.
Most brothers are struggling with their personal integrity, their personal value, their personal worth. And that's why they use Mr. Man and his two friends to gather up some worth and value. Most brothers.
Okay, so
Why did the always have to do with the man like the woman don't cheat?
I'm gonna do it now. But I needed us to shift a little bit. Because we were talking about cheating. We were talking about whether it's a mistake or not. And every time we deal with a topic like cheating, we do understand it gets a little. It's
touchy.
biased. It's
It's
definitely
touchy.
gonna be
It's
touchy.
touchy.
It's
Yeah.
definitely gonna be one way, and because we all got different
Perspectives. We have
feelings and things we've been through. But I wanted us to hear Ayana's thought, and I do like the fact that she said she don't agree with cheating. It's a violation of whatever we was committed to or whatever agreement we had.
Right.
But now I want to start off with what you just said about why it always ask that question again.
Why is the example always put on the man cheating? Women cheat just as well.
I was heading that
It's
way.
it's always put on a man because y'all are messy.
But women are
It
messy.
doesn't know. No, we're not messy like you. We're not messy like you.
You
We're
may
not
not
messy
be
like you.
messy because you're not
Because
messy.
you're
If you
always
cheat,
putting yourselves in a position where you're getting caught, you're looking stupid.
So now it's who cheat us. So it's not about cheating, it's about who cheat
No.
us.
He said, why is it that? But that's why. It's not about cheating better. He asked one question. The
What was
one
the question?
specific question was, why is it always on a man? I don't know if y'all can hear me.
No, either.
Okay.
We need
I don't
you in
know
it.
why
We
is
need
it
you in
why.
Grab that thing, hold it, and talk to the mic, man. We need you holding that mic, cause last
I'm
week,
dead.
Duran was low, everybody was low, so I need y'all
Yeah, we were kind of low.
in it.
So the reason why it's always put on a man is because you're usually the one on Front Street looking foolish. You understand what I'm saying? So if there's no examples to utilize other than yours, then that's the only people that we're gonna use.
Wow.
You feel what I'm saying? Now, can I talk about things that I don't see? No,
Okay.
I can't bring up examples that I don't see.
Okay, but whether you see it or not, you know it.
It doesn't matter. I cannot utilize it though.
Why?
Because if whatever's in your closet, whatever skeletons are in your closet, I can't use. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna use? I'm speculating. But if I see all of your skeletons and they're sitting in front of me, now I can use them against you. Or to use them to my point or whatever the situation may be.
Right, but this is the broad question though. We weren't talking about one individual that we know for sure that's cheating. We just talking
We know
about.
for sure that
Yeah.
men, we know that, and generally we know for sure that men are messy cheaters.
Whether you
So
messy
that's
or
why
not,
we're using
whether you're a
No,
nice neat cheater or you're
nice
messy.
neat
No,
cheater or not.
what she's
I'm
saying is, I don't want to get what she's
saying.
saying, but I get what she's saying.
I get what
What
she's
she's
saying,
saying is,
but you just can't eliminate
She's saying
the
the
fact
reason
that
is,
because women.
she's not eliminating. She's saying, you asked why, as far as the example is always men. She's saying why the example is always men.
I think it's because
She's saying because,
it seems like men are more apt to cheat than women because you guys get bored.
oh,
You guys get bored. I had somebody tell me that. I had someone tell me that the reason why he does what he does is because he gets the person, and then it's basically like he already like got the chance.
I can agree to that.
And then he got bored.
But that's on him though.
Wait, I mean,
But that's on him.
meaning I'm not advocating for men that cheat or women, but however, men and women cheat because of boredom or complacency in the relationship.
But I think men are more prone to it.
Men cheat because of lack of self-worth.
No.
Just clearly stated. Yes, it is.
So
so I guess y'all saying,
hold on.
y'all don't agree with Ayana.
Hold on.
Right.
Well, what I'm saying is that it's a two-way street.
Okay.
Men by history are known to be dogs, right?
Right.
That's history. That's status quo. That's
But
what
we
we're-
did that last week.
Right,
We're
right.
known to be dogs because we're the ones that chase.
Right.
So
Correct.
anytime you're the chaser,
Right. Yeah.
I asked you last week, when are you the dog? Doing the chase or doing the capture?
Capture.
Well,
So-
that's the thing.
It's not
You
the
capture
truth.
and then you captured it. So now you have it. So now you're bored with it. So you move on to the next thing. But I thought also to say that it's miscommunication because a lot of people are around here in relationships that are not even
But
relationships.
not relationships.
Raymond said, so why do women cheat?
Because
Good
y'all-
question, Raymond.
Well,
Good question,
believe
Raymond.
believe it or not, Raymond, we cheat emotionally.
Thank you.
We don't cheat for no dang on reason
So
whatsoever.
can I
So
that
basically,
is-
hold on.
So
So
that is-
basically, 9 times out of 10, if we're cheating, as I said before, what did I say, maybe 2 episodes ago? We're cheating because we've already tried.
Exactly.
We cheated because we've asked you over and over again to stop. We cheated because we've begged you to please chill. We cheated. No. I'm a man's advocate. Don't ever get it twisted. A black man's, I'm always behind you. I I know that you make mistakes.
Hold on.
But I'm answering the question.
Hold on.
Okay.
So
I think women cheat because they've already checked out.
That's it.
so now
They were pushed out.
So
majority of the time.
y'all don't
Okay,
believe
so why don't you just
y'all don't
back
believe
up?
women just hoes and they just cheat.
Of course, there are hoes out here, but you know when you with a hoe.
No, I asked you that.
No. You know that your old lady a hoe.
I didn't ask you that. I asked you so because you said because you said that.
So why do women cheat? That's why.
So why your answer ain't because women hoes?
Because it's not the majority. I can't answer
It's
a question.
So wait, hold on.
So how you put the majority on men?
Wait, exactly. That's bias.
How you just said the majority of men? How you gonna majoritize us? I know
No,
that's
that's bias.
Because you guys aren't emotional cheaters. You guys, it's more of like a hunt. Like, okay,
So,
like,
King, I'm glad you said
What does
that.
that mean?
A few shows ago, I said that I would cheating is wrong, and I'm hurt, and we all will be hurt.
right.
Period. But I would rather my old lady cheat physically
Then emotionally.
than
No,
then
Emotionally.
emotionally. I would rather her even sleep with that guy that's one time versus having constant pillow talk with this guy all
Because
over
she's
the world.
emotionally connected
Well,
to him.
Again,
Why is she emotional?
hold on.
Checked out with you.
Hold on, no, listen. You understand? These are where soul ties are now come in now. Because you
These
can't
soul ties will get you messed up every time.
of course it does.
Soul ties can happen overnight. You sleeping with a woman
Oh no.
can give you a soul tie. Because guess what? You bringing all that energy over here to me.
But
Nah.
see the difference, but yes.
Yeah,
You
I know.
bringing all that disgusting energy
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
So now I have to deal with what you sleeping with.
Absolutely.
If she's a whore, now I have emotional
Absolutely.
issues.
So it makes you a whore now?
No, I have emotional issues.
I
You
got
gotta see it. So those soul ties.
I
So
get that.
Yeah.
you are not attached to her
But
per
she-
se, but
the
now
women-
I am.
Yes.
I get
So now
that.
you dropping little things onto me.
No, I get that.
And vice versa.
And vice versa. Hold on. I was just about to say,
That's the case.
anybody you sleep with each other, you transfer those spirits, those energies to
Absolutely.
each other when you sleep, when you're intimate. However, what I am saying, cheating is wrong, period. But two things. Number one, you can't say that all men are cheaters
I
because
didn't say
you call, yes you
You
did.
said majority.
Majority.
You
Or
saying you can't even say
you
majority.
can't even
That's what
say the
you're saying.
majority, period.
I know you don't like
You
it.
can't
He
say
said
the
you
majority.
can't even say
It's just like
majority.
us saying that, hey, the majority of women are X, Y, and Z. No.
Okay. Oh, good. Thank you, Raymond. I'm gonna put your question up for everybody to see.
Okay.
Raymond Berry said, then why does it take less than 5 minutes for a woman to know she wants to sleep with a man? This is what you
I
said last
said
week.
yes, that's right, and I can answer that.
Okay.
Because one,
That was good, Raymond. Thank you.
if I am a single woman, right? See, and this is what I said like that.
No.
Wait, hold up. I'm gonna answer the question.
Because,
And I'm going to answer the question.
Okay, go ahead.
You're not cheating because you're single.
That's not
You're
what he
not cheating
said.
because you're
His
single.
question is,
What
what is his question? So why is, right?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Thank you. Let me answer the question.
Then
So
why
one-
does it take less than
one-
5 minutes for a
so
woman to know
one-
she wants to sleep with a man?
So one is because if I am a single woman,
Take your time.
I can say, you know what? That's a potential. That's a potential. That's a potential because I have all right. Now, if I'm with someone, I don't look for potentials. So guess what? Those 5 minutes don't belong to no man walking around because them 5 minutes belong to my man. However, if you are not a good man and you have pushed me already to my point, you understand that I'm going to stay with you because I am a woman. And now I'm about to do everything else emotionally and move with tact. Then I'm going to make that decision. But women don't have men at home who are good men, by the way. Men who are not doing stupidity all the time and looking at a man and saying, oh, I'm sleeping with him. No, she can look at him and be like, yeah, he looks good. I can't wait to go home and knock mine down.
Or can I piggyback off of that?
I'm gonna
Just
let both of y'all.
because-
You know,
just
I'm
because-
about to do a meat grinder.
Oh my God. I'm gonna let both of y'all know. I want to hear this.
Mhm.
Because
Yes, they do.
Just because a woman can walk into a room and see, like scan the room and see a guy and say, you know what, that's somebody.
We don't really walk
Hold on,
in.
hold
We
on,
have to
hold on,
have
hold
some
on,
sort of
hold on.
interaction
Hey,
with them.
But
let
I'm
her
just saying,
finish,
but
let
you
her
have,
finish.
Somebody what?
some sort of kind of emotional connection with, talking, conversation, whatever, what have you. Just because she knows within 5 minutes of meeting that person that she is possibly gonna sleep with him, it doesn't mean that she's gonna do it that.
Exactly. He has to put himself in a
You said that to say
position to
what?
allow that to
So I'm
continue.
just saying that statement is null and void. you can't say that, you can't use that in what we're talking about, because we're not saying that she's gonna cheat. We're saying that, yes,
Oh, yeah, 'cause, I want you to walk it like you're talking.
Hey, why you think I'm letting you talk? Because I'm gonna eat him up. I'm gonna eat him alive.
Because just because I say I saw this guy and he's fine, and I'm like, okay, yeah, he can get it, doesn't mean that he's gonna get it that night.
It doesn't have to be.
He's gonna get it at
all.
It doesn't have to be that night. We're not talking about one night
Or
stand.
he's gonna get it at all.
So, number one, we're all taught morality. All parents say, save yourself until when?
Marriage.
Okay, supposedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
We all
We all, that's the moral that we all grew up on, right?
Okay, yeah.
All those parts fell short of
The
it.
only person that ain't saying yeah was Eric. So I wonder what more. Sound like you really grew up on rain on there. And you will not disregard these conversations tonight, sir. You will not sit over there. You will be a part of this conversation every inch of it. You will not look like an innocent one on this panel.
Right.
Yeah, look like, oh, look at Ed. You need to act like Ed. I was like, hell no. Ed, Lord, y'all don't know. He was playing games. Me and the Rangers, verbal, vocal about eyes. You will not sit here and act like you innocent in this. No, sir. So I want to hear your input. Say something,
I
sir.
agree
You agree with who?
I agree with the rest.
No, you agree with him in what sense?
The morals. The morals. Let's go to rest. I got something for the morals. I have something for a statement as far as not sleeping with a person that night.
That night. Okay.
No, I'm just saying, just because you say that he looks good and you can get it. doesn't mean that
So,
you want to-
but the whole point of this, whether he got it on the
Is
night.
that cheating? Is that cheating?
What-
You're
what-
single.
What? No.
You're
What?
single.
Hold on. Wait. We going too far.
We're not talking about
Wait,
single.
wait.
We're talking about in a relationship.
That's what we're talking about. That's the only way. That's the only way to how you.
Like that in a relationship.
No.
No.
You're not cheating. It's not considered cheating when you are single.
Well, what is
Right.
single?
That's what
Hold
I'm
on.
saying.
When you're single, when you're not in a committed relationship with somebody.
He's saying
What
married women does it also.
Right. So hold on. But
He said,
and you're right too.
married women do
Hold on. So listen.
That's true.
So
But
listen.
not way.
Whether you get it on, whether he gets it or you give it up on the first night, or y'all 90-day rule on the 90th night. Guess what?
Ooh, this man pulled out a knife. Hey, I ain't heard 90-day rule.
Yeah.
Guess what? It was still, why was it conceived from the moment, from those first 5 minutes that, you know what, I'm going to give it to him. It had to be birthed at someone. So if what y'all saying, the reason, according to what you just said,
Yes.
it don't mean that he's going to get it that night. One, we ain't talking about that. How was it planted, period? Why was it planted, period?
And why does it make y'all look like cheaters?
Okay, no, wait. I think please do excuse me. And
If you're in a relationship,
misunderstanding what you're asking.
when you're in a
Well, she
relationship,
said women don't do it in this relationship.
No, I didn't say that.
What'd you say?
No. See that.
So we're talking about relationships.
Okay, and with
That's
now this is where I'm answering his question, because he said, then why does it take less than 5 minutes for a woman? Now, typically, I'm telling you typically.
Wait.
It's not what you call to the rule, but typically women don't move like that unless there's.
time out, flag on the plate.
Exactly.
Flag on the plate.
Why is it a flag?
It shouldn't be considered, wait, you say 5 minutes. Why, if you're still married, is it planted?
But-
Why is it even a thought, in other
But
words?
what married
Why
women
was that
don't move like that.
That's what we said.
That's how
what
y'all
They
move.
straight up disagree.
That's how
They
Yeah.
saying
No,
they straight up
married
saying
women
married women don't do that.
Okay, so listen.
I don't know what world they live in.
Again,
Married women
what
don't
I'm
move
saying
like
is this.
You'll think so.
If she's moving that way, she has already
checked out.
emotionally
Oh, I see y'all next
finished
week.
with you.
No, that sounds like mistake.
No.
That sounds like the same word y'all just said about mistake.
Listen to me.
So what does that mean though? Okay, I get
That
what you said. What does that mean?
That means that when a woman when she conducts herself that way, that relationship, even though she hasn't walked from it, she's walked from it.
What does that mean?
All right. So that means that I go home to you every night because you're my husband.
Uh-huh.
I may cook you dinner, and I'm there physically, but
Emotionally.
mentally and emotionally, I'm checked the heck out. I'm somewhere else. So that's like
Okay, I don't know what that
so
looks like,
when
but what does that mean?
I just told
Okay,
I mean, what
So it doesn't mean that she,
what does that mean though? Listen, you saying she's emotionally checked out. We don't give a damn about emotionally being checked out. That's because it sounds like the same thing you talk about with a mistake. It sounds like a cop out.
It's not a mistake.
Okay,
Hold
okay.
on. Don't get it twisted. If I'm emotionally checked out, it ain't no mistakes.
Okay,
I get that.
so if you're emotionally checked out, what does that mean?
That
we don't
means
really-
that I already said to myself, this is over.
No, you ain't know myself. You ain't in a relationship with yourself. You in a relationship with you and the
But that's
person.
what you have to understand.
I ain't got to understand nothing.
Yes,
You in a relationship.
Yes, you do.
If I said to
I ain't
you
got
that
to
100
understand
times,
your thing.
I don't like this, you need to change this. This
No,
is an
no,
issue.
no, no, no.
Stop.
No, listen,
I'm going.
listen. You're telling me you're in a relationship with me,
Yes.
and you emotionally
But what you
may
have,
have.
okay, but what you have to understand is,
Why do the man always got to understand? I'm trying to understand.
Because you're asking questions, you can't understand the answer.
So wait,
You're not
so
understanding.
can a man say, well, I was home my wife, but I'm emotionally checked out, so
Yes.
I'm screwing her,
Yes,
but I
yes.
really ain't
But
there.
that's not
but that's the difference
how you
between.
No, we ain't talking about no usually how you
That's not
move.
how you
We
move.
talking about is it acceptable?
Yes, you can.
But listen,
That's not how you
women
do it.
are emotional creatures.
We don't care about that. We don't care about the emotions.
But-
We don't care about.
and
We
that's
talking
why-
about
and
both
that's
being
why-
equal. You want to be equal,
You know why
right?
you don't care about, let me tell you something. Because
We
you don't
equal.
care about emotions, that's why you screw every
Thank you.
Tom, Dick,
That's
and
how you're
Harry.
able to do
That's why
that.
you're
That's how
able to
do
sleep with
that.
anybody. That's
Listen.
why you're able to go out there and
Okay.
disrespect me in my face
What
with
do you
somebody I probably look at every day. That's why you're able to, because you have no emotional attachment to
No,
that.
you're making it excuse. No, here's what you're doing. You're making it excuse.
it sounds like
Women
y'all
are
trying to make
crazy.
it-
They are, this is really evident. I'm glad y'all two on the show because this is really evident that y'all straight crazy.
Raymond, you know why we're
No, I disagree. Emotionally
Right.
check on
Wait.
put it up.
Okay.
It's still
Yes.
in a relationship.
You're still in a relationship
Yeah,
because
you mean
Alanya made it
out.
extremely clear. What did she say? You're scared to move on to the next level.
Because you're in a
You're
I don't
scared
care.
to move. Guess what? We know that you don't care. That's why I'm emotionally checked out. Oh, what?
It's the
That's
excuse.
your problem now.
And
That's
that's
no
what,
longer
and you know what?
mine.
You're right. And that's why I made a mistake and flipped in her.
Okay.
You're absolutely right.
You've been slipping in her. That's why.
I'm agreeing with y'all.
Hold on.
I'm agreeing with you.
Hold on.
Right. And that's why I mistakenly went out.
You've been
And I
making
did
mistakes.
what I did. The same way they're emotionally checked out and that we don't understand. That's why I mistakenly fall up in her.
But see,
And it's a mistake.
But see, that's
But
the
I'm not
problem.
mistakenly checking out and accidentally falling in. I'm emotionally checked out
With intent.
with intent that.
I'm gonna beat your brains out. That's intent. Because
But see,
So it's
But
not,
see,
it's
that-
not a mistake in what I'm doing.
But that is the
You
difference.
checked out and I'm checked out. So
But
now
what-
we're just here.
But what Gloria and I are trying to explain to you,
it sounds like you guys are trying to make
Headed
it palatable.
men.
That's what it
is
sounds
that-
like.
No,
So-
is that women are emotional creatures.
Thank you.
We know that.
But
I am.
with that be, no, you're not.
I am.
No, you're not. But with that being said, no.
Hey, hold on.
That sounds like Gloria told him last week. He agreed with y'all. He agreed with y'all. You don't know. They tell men what we're doing. They tell us in our face that he don't know what he's talking about. He agrees with y'all.
I'm gonna let you finish, but men are emotional creatures
No,
too.
you
They
guys
just don't
are
tap
not.
in.
They just don't show
They
it.
don't tap in.
We
We
have a hard time
don't show
showing
it.
it.
We don't know how to show it.
Okay, so
Right, but go ahead, go ahead.
so if men were just as much emotional creatures as women were, you guys wouldn't be able to just go around sleeping with random people.
Y'all do it.
Why
No,
do
we
women
don't.
do it?
It's an emotional attachment. You don't understand.
Well,
it.
y'all have
Because-
multiple emotional attachments.
But
No,
see,
you don't.
that emotional attachment comes back to where we were talking last week with quote unquote meeting someone and becoming friend and comfortable.
Mhm.
Because
you
you
get
become
emotional with someone
Exactly.
you meet at the club.
Right. Your guards start to come
women
down
just
now.
don't just go just sleeping around with people because you have to be into someone to even go to
Right,
that.
be good. Right.
Yes, they
Right,
do.
right.
Wait, and the women who do,
Yes, they do.
hold on, and the women who do are just as self-damaged as men who do it. So don't get it twisted. We're not saying that women don't do it.
Exactly.
Her self-esteem,
Well,
her self-esteem, hold on.
That's what I'm
Her
saying.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what
Her
I'm saying.
self-esteem
That's not what I'm saying.
is just as messed up as all of y'all men who sit around.
Exactly.
She feels like her self-worth is nothing. That's why she would let anybody slide up in her. Because I'm gonna tell you, no, it's not okay. No, I'm gonna tell you right now, when you up in me, there's a whole different situation going on here.
Right.
I agree. And when I say totally different, we ain't just dating. We ain't just, but when you up in me,
Right.
There's a whole
I mean, what's
totally,
like
there's a whole.
in me once and in me twice? I don't know. I'm trying to learn from the women. Like, is there a difference with being in you once and being in you? I'm trying to figure it out.
I'm just trying to be.
The difference is
I'm being extra. I'm being extra.
Hey, Marvin, it sounds good.
It sounded good. No, I mean, I was over there like,
I'm
with
being
dog.
It's
It's
an
yeah, it's an interview. Like,
But you know,
it's different than
but women who move like that usually have very low self-esteem. Another thing is people we don't look at all of the situations, even with men. A lot of times people who move like this are abused, believe that or not.
Okay.
Women
In some kind of way.
Yes. Especially with
You said nice?
women. No, I said I got you.
Okay.
Especially with women,
Listen,
because a lot of times, no,
Well, what Eric said,
It's
it's
the
not
great-
either.
the great-
he said he was abused, but that's a lie.
I was too. I do believe I was. I truly
I
believe.
was.
That was fake
I
news.
I believe I was. I don't know.
And if
I'm
y'all
still
are
gonna
playing,
figure
it's
it out.
not a joke.
No, I'm really not.
It's serious.
No.
No, it doesn't.
That's why I
Abuse can go in a lot of different
Different
ways.
ways.
Well, you're right.
I feel for me, because since we're talking about it, our abuse different ways. However, it allows us to put a cap on our emotion and what we want to show to that person or who we're dealing with.
True. That is very.
And it makes it hard. And we're not saying that it's right or wrong,
right.
because
Thank you for
people
No,
can feel validated in regards to their restraint and their apprehension of opening up with the fear, as you guys said, hey, I don't want to meet another devil.
Right.
Or the man can say the same thing. I don't want to open myself up to be battered or taken advantage of. This as well.
All we look for is equality.
Equality, that's it.
This is what women. My mama said, men are crazy. Gloria's
She's right. They are.
She's just a Gloria fan. Like anything Gloria says, she'd be like, yeah, they are crazy. Let's kill them all. No, she don't care.
No.
Anything Gloria says, she's gonna rock with it.
Let me tell you something.
What
I want
I'm
to
saying
say
is-
this. Hold up. Let me tell you this. I just want y'all to know, because I know that we have very, very strong conversations on the show and panels, and we discuss a lot of men and women issues and concerns. But I want y'all to know that I love Black men.
We know you do.
I think that you guys are amazing. You're beautiful. You understand? And we do support you. Even if you act as if we don't, we do. You understand? And we do our best to love you. And
We need to hear.
we just need
We
just need to understand and be clear about that, because I'm gonna tell you, no, it's not. I just want to be clear about that, because the truth is, I go to bat for men. I go to bat for men. There are certain things that I know that we do.
No, you do. You do.
You understand? So I just want you
A lot
to
of
know
topics you
that,
always
you know,
rocking with me.
But when it comes
But
to
this one,
when it
you're
comes-
wrong.
No. But when it comes to cheating and things like that, it's you, just like the Rand always says, you need to be held accountable, and that's it. And
So your issue with men is accountability. Your thing is accountability. When it comes to men.
Can you tag your mom's comment, please?
I don't want to tag her comment.
Oh, there go.
that's right.
Yeah, that's
No,
right.
it's very true.
That's
What
true.
she said,
Very,
men
very true.
don't care anything about a woman's emotions.
And that's why
And
I asked.
vice versa.
No, but
And
remember, that's why I
vice
asked you guys
versa.
last time.
No, if she want to say that, and vice versa.
Hold on, Miss McCray.
No, don't be nice. Tell her like it is.
But them is lies.
Tell her like an IS is.
Them is lies.
What Duran said earlier is factual. Men show their emotions different. Don't mean we don't have them. We express them different than what women do. It don't mean we not just as, I'm gonna take it that far and say it, just as emotional. But we won't show it the same way, because that's what makes our build,
Okay,
our
so
what
wait,
we're
wait,
built
wait.
with.
So
different.
let me say something. I know a few people just off this point, because the man was, or they were a few, reserved in their emotion. However, yes, it was conversation. I begged you, I asked you, I pleaded with you from their companion to do X, Y, and Z. He still provided, did what he needed to do, stayed strong, committed to the relationship.
Wow.
However, know what she
Who was
did?
Randy?
Know what she did?
Uh-huh.
She now started to entertain outside of the relationship, because he wasn't as affectionate or emotionally verbal to give her the assurance or reassurance that she wanted and needed. Does that mean? But he stayed true to the relationship. He just had difficulty with expressing his emotions
Okay, so-
and so on and so forth.
Wait a minute.
That
Okay.
goes back to our conversation last week before last, where
But she was the one that opened the door for outsiders.
because
And that's
she
what,
expressed what she wasn't getting.
What she's
So
like,
now we
the
have,
boy. That's what that
we
was the
have
boy.
what became quote unquote friends.
Friends.
Friends, correct.
So now I'm going. You just
Right,
told me
you know it now.
everything that
That's
you're
not being
getting.
done, and I know what to
So
do.
now I know
What to
exactly
do.
what to
Okay.
do.
Which is what I said
So
was
now that's
something.
bring you,
So-
humble you to emotionally
Let me-
get attached to me.
You can
So
roll them to the back
That's
of the
how-
head.
that
and
sounds-
fall out.
I mean, if you
emotionally,
No,
you're going to emotionally get attached to
Right.
me, because now you're going to
Start opening up.
open yourself
Yep.
up and give yourself to me.
Yep.
But you're thinking on your own terms.
Okay.
But
You know what?
Just my-
I'm
just my
gonna
friend.
put
His example is
this
only
whole subject
part.
to bed, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's exactly
All
where
right.
you. That's
So-
exactly where you end up.
It's like, hey, beat the first night or the 90th.
So go ahead.
I'm
Put it to
gonna
me.
put this together. I just feel like in both parties, if either person is not emotionally available to have a relationship, then it's not, you're gonna have infidelities.
Emotionally.
And-
Explain emotionally available.
Well, he just explained it.
Explain
He
it.
just gave it to you.
Okay, so this is my response to that. When you say emotionally available. Now this is my response to that. And this is good. This is really
I'm
good.
gonna have a rebuttal for you.
I know.
Yeah.
I already know. Are you already
And even though I agree with her, I totally agree with her.
See, here you go.
Even though I
All
agree with her,
Can you get
A
that?
white lady come take will have a rebuttal.
No. But we gonna talk about that though. No. You want to do rebuttal? See the difference?
because the Caucasian lady already at the lawyer's office making them, pulling up them papers on you, home.
And listen,
Yeah.
Margaret didn't even
She
answer.
already on them.
I didn't give an answer yet. She said I'm gonna have a
Right,
rebuttal.
he didn't even ask the question.
What
She
the
said,
hell?
I'm gonna have a rebuttal.
What kind of system is
Already,
that?
these ladies, right?
Absolutely.
Our black women.
No.
In spite of anything I
Like I
said.
just said, I'm gonna let you finish.
I agree with her, but not totally. I wanna explain that.
So
I wanna.
in what you said, and I say this in my own home a lot. That's why I'm able to answer. Expectation is everything.
Okay, so let
Okay.
me.
What the hell?
See,
That's why we need some Caucasians.
Man, show that. Let me call Becky.
If I get somebody
And
call
you and
Becky,
Becky be
please.
sitting right outside in that parking lot waiting on you. You ain't coming up
She
here.
put me out the whole time.
You ain't
That's
coming
what
up
I'm saying.
here.
She put
You
me
ain't
out the
coming
whole
up
time.
here.
Come
You
on.
and Becky better make a whole panel right outside. And
Okay.
Becky better be gone when this
This
says
is
click.
crazy,
She
man.
better be gone.
Okay, so listen. We right. Expectations is everything. So when you say emotionally available, this is the problem with that statement. My opinion. We know we the OE experts. You know what that means? On here, right?
Take your time.
I don't even know.
OE certified. We OE certified. You haven't become OE certified yet. You need about a couple more shows. But OE certified means we opinion experts.
Okay. All right.
And we're certified in
Okay,
this.
come on.
That means we got certificates in our opinions. Nobody can change our opinions because it's ours.
Okay.
Okay? So we OE certified.
Mhm.
Expectations is everything. And the reason we'll never, and we could never, meet emotionally be available is because what my expectations I put for you and your expectations you put for me, we will never truly meet them if we go in it like that.
Agreed.
My expectations that I think of
Agreed.
you may not hit that mark,
Right.
and vice versa.
Agreed.
Because I place my expectations there, and you're always gonna disappoint me.
I'm just waiting for
Right.
you to finish.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you.
You're always gonna disappoint
When you
me
start putting too much
when you put
expectation on
expectations.
somebody,
So when I learned
make
in
them
40
fail.
and almost
Yes,
40
I
years of
agree.
marriage, my problem was and why my wife can offend me and hurt me and damage me and make me so mad is because in any situation, I expect what I expect from her. What I expect, not what she's shown,
or
not what she
capable
is.
of, or right.
Right,
have the ability to do
right.
it.
I expect what I expect. So when she don't meet that, I'm automatically
Hurt. Then
Then-
you feel
Negative.
uncomfortable.
reason being because I placed the expectations here, and
Exactly.
she never will ever
can't
meet them.
And that's what
So that's what I'm talking about,
always
emotions.
place high expectations.
So you'll never get from don't mean what you need emotionally, and vice versa, because of what we place the expectations in.
Why do you put it so high? Where it can't be
You
achieved?
put, no, you don't think it's what,
It's nature.
you don't think you put it high. You put it where you don't settle, do you? When you go to a
Right.
relationship, are you settling?
Right.
Or you want what you want?
But you're not selling it, but still, if you put it
Well,
where
you gotta
someone
understand
can't
the
reach.
How do you know?
No.
Because, wait, no one's.
You may not be
No,
able to
you ain't
reach
put
it.
it down.
Someone
So
can
you
reach
can't
it.
look
It's just
for
that the
perfection.
person that I love may not be able to reach it.
Right.
I can go to you
Well,
and you can meet all my expectations, but be nothing like
No,
who
but
I'm in love with
let me clarify.
and why I'm.
There's nothing wrong with having expectations.
There is something wrong.
But
with
maybe-
that.
maybe-
No.
I knew she was ready. Okay, hold on, y'all.
No,
Let's
there-
take a pause
there-
for the calls, for the comments. Let's take a pause.
There is-
Let's talk to our people that's on here.
No.
They listen to
No,
us.
I'm-
I know you're ready. Let's talk to our people that's on here listening to us, because we gotta make sure we let them know we're including them in this conversation. Okay, where you want to start from? Where we at? What was the last one that we read?
So there's a lot of women with low self-esteem.
Okay, let's put it
Yes,
up. Let's put it up.
yes,
Let's put
Raymond,
it up.
there is.
Remy
the
says,
person-
so there's a lot of women with low self-esteem.
Yes.
I call
Absolutely.
BS. Men do have emotions, but a lot choose not to reveal it. Honestly, from fear of being hurt or used. That's what you said, Durant.
Exactly.
Let's keep
Well,
going.
he put it after Durant said it, that he was agreeing with Durant.
Okay.
on that.
Okay. Lady Anna said, or you don't express them at all. Okay. Men don't express them at all.
Exactly.
And somebody said exactly
Durant
Durant,
again.
right?
Mhm.
Okay. Lady Anna said, women like to know. We don't like to guess how a man's feeling. So however he's comfortable expressing himself, he needs to find a way to express his feelings to his woman delicately.
Wait, so I'm sorry, I might be on the fence on this one.
I know you would.
And the only reason why I'm on
Break
the fence,
down.
the only reason why I'm on the fence with this one is because, again, that's where expectation comes in. Now, when you're with somebody, right? And I'll give you an example. If they have to go to the restroom, you can look and say, go to the bathroom.
Because you can
Because
see.
you know.
Okay.
You understand?
Right.
The way they move, you know.
Okay.
You don't have to say much when you're connected in a proper relationship.
I like that.
So
Talk that.
So wait,
Talk
wait.
that. I like that. I hope you stay there. I hope you don't change. Don't change on me now. Don't change on me. So you change up on me.
It's not about change. It's about
Keep it on
being
that.
honest about the entire situation and stop saying it's either this or this, because it's not either this or this, but either this or this can cause the reaction that we're talking about, which is infidelity. So when you're connected with somebody, right?
Mhm.
You don't have to tell me you love me all the time. I know
Right.
that you love me,
Talk.
right? I know.
Just 1 minute.
Don't get me
Just
twisted.
1 second. We didn't.
When I know. You feel me?
Yes.
I can say, yeah, they're not the
Go ahead,
greatest.
go ahead.
I totally agree.
Don't rush me.
Go ahead, understand the point.
No. You,
Don't make Bria. You should know. And you sit next to her.
Yeah,
We're
you was
talking camera to y'all.
yeah, you was
I got
talking.
some
Let
point.
me. Oh, you wasn't to the point when you was talking all that shit 15 minutes.
I think she made it one.
No,
That
I didn't
is
finish
the point.
making the point.
Okay.
No, it is the point. But what I'm saying is, I can say, yeah, that's screwed up, but he loves me. He didn't have to verbally say it. He didn't have to buy me flowers for that.
Okay.
You understand? So to what he's saying, yeah, you could be taking care of the financial aspects of this, or you could be doing this and this. But because you think I don't know that other things are going on, that's where the confusion comes in. Because I know you so well, I know when you walking shifty. I may not say it to you. I don't have to confront you every time you moving funny. You understand?
Okay.
I was in a relationship one time and a girl called me and was like, oh, your man was over here. So what you calling me for? If he was over there, sweetie, what you calling at me for?
Mhm.
You understand?
Yeah.
Obviously, your relationship's on the rocks. Don't come over here looking for him.
Right.
Because he ain't going nowhere. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
But do you think I'm going to have to tell him, oh, a girl was on my phone? No. I already knew a girl was on my phone prior to her calling me because of the way you're moving. So when we're saying, oh, he's doing whatever he's doing, but he's not emotionally this and he's not emotionally this, everything in a relationship is not about emotion. Yes, we are emotional creatures and we do need that from you. Don't get that twisted. But if you're connected in a relationship, emotions have nothing to do with what goes on a day-to-day basis.
So what does?
We know
So to bring it around, what does?
the fact that you guys together, your bond, the way that you are.
Understanding.
It's not. I don't have to
No,
understand
that's
it.
what- no, that's
I don't have
what
to-
bond is.
right,
Bond
but
is
I mean,
under-
I don't have to understand it.
Understand what?
I don't have to. What I'm saying is, I don't have to understand or like that you're this way.
No, he said,
I just know that you are.
No,
You
he said
understand?
understanding is the same thing you just said. I know. You ain't gotta say
Oh, okay,
I
I
know.
understand. Okay,
Yeah, so he said
I thought you meant
understanding.
understanding of why you do it. Okay.
No, he said understanding. I know already. I already the bond. What you just
Right.
said, the bond.
Right. That's
Okay.
why people can finish each other's sentences.
Okay, let's keep going so we can get back to our topic because we got a
Well,
lot of
I
comments.
need-
coming.
I need- so-
I know you're ready. I'm knowing you on purpose.
So Shona,
You didn't realize I was skipping you on purpose?
All right.
Because I know you're gonna eat me. You're trying to eat me up with this expectation. Read that, Durant. What we got a lot of comments coming in. Read that.
Women can't read minds. So even though the man expresses himself differently, if I'm getting nothing from you and I've been in it for a while, it leaves a moment to feel lost. I want it, not knowing if she's playing her role or if she's expressing her emotions in the correct way, all because the man can't express his emotions.
I disagree. A man can buy you flowers every single day and still not give a dog about you.
That's
true.
That
is not the case at all.
true.
That's
What do
why
you say? What do you say?
we're
Kenya?
looking for emotion, but
No, she want to deal with one thing right now.
No.
She don't want to deal with the comments. She's so stuck on my
Yeah,
expectations.
we can't be biased now.
No, I agree that it doesn't matter who the word is. A man can go out and
buy you flowers every day.
Well, hey, listen.
He can be
to-
loving
to-
on you every
hold on,
minute
hold
of
on,
the day. and
hold on,
don't
I don't
stop.
get it then.
So I've
It's
learned
emotional.
a lot of women don't even like flowers.
Facts. I mean, yeah.
I know
I'm
women
giving an example.
that say they don't
It is.
buy me flowers.
They're gonna die.
Read the next one. She's still talking.
So what do you guys mean men expressing their emotion verbally or physically? How?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
That
Miss
is, that
Ellis.
is.
When you say what do you mean? Like what do we mean? I think we mean both. In any way that is understood.
I think it's more like
It's more emotion.
it's more psychological. I think
Okay.
it's-
I would agree with that is yes.
I agree.
It's more of a
I would agree.
So
That's
here
a
it is.
personal thing.
Yeah.
So y'all want us to psychologically express ourselves.
So
No. I think
I would
what we're
say
saying
this.
is that
No.
psychologically is why you don't express yourself.
Right.
It's a personal thing. So psychologically, like Duran mentioned before, if you're scared to feel like you're gonna be used, you don't want to show that emotion. But that's what Duran is feeling psychologically. That's his psychological thought about
Okay,
it.
I agree.
And then you do it because you feel like if I show her, I can do whatever I want back here, but she's never gonna know. So psychologically, you do it that way. You understand?
and all that comes from the experience that where we were broken to hurt.
Right.
And that's how we move.
I agree. I totally agree. I'm 100% in agreement with that.
So two same
A lot of
I
my
think that's
actions
only-
today is because of what happened yesterday.
And I think that's only in a case if we are talking about a full-blown relationship, because you guys will butter somebody up and not give two dogs about her. We made that clear last week.
But can I also too
We
say,
made that extremely clear last week.
Go
We
ahead.
stated
a lot
that.
of people can't differentiate between a relationship and dating.
Yes,
They are two totally different things.
totally
I
different.
agree.
Okay, hold on. Let's finish this conversation. I'm gonna get on all that.
Totally different
We're gonna be in old time in that a little
But
bit
I need
because
to go back to.
I know you're trying to. We're gonna be in old time. I'm trying to get to the comments and then let her go ahead.
Why he find a comment?
Okay, go ahead.
So,
Yes.
what you
Remember we
said
stopped
about.
right
Let's go ahead and put it to
What you
bed.
said about. Don't be- What you said about.
Yeah, like she said, let's put it to bed.
No, I was saying that expectations is not a bad thing for anybody. However, the failure happens was that when we set expectations so far, we have no room to grow. We have a ceiling. Guess what? None of us are perfect. Just even as my homeboy, my boy, we good. There's certain as we roll. Hey, look, there's some things you know what. In my defense, if y'all talked about him, or if y'all talk respect about me, in my defense, in my absence, I would expect him to say to hold me down.
Right.
You say, you know what?
Exactly.
Hey, look, you know what?
You ain't
That's
start a
not, you know,
conversation.
hey, D ain't here right now. So, you know, he's not here to defend himself. That's my boy. You know, he you know, near and dear to me. So y'all, we'll take this conversation and let him fight it because I'm cool with y'all. But he's gonna hold me down. That is what I would expect from my boy.
Okay, so you're okay. That's cool, but I feel that
Yeah, men don't play on this panel. We some educated, dialogical I don't know that's a word, but
It ain't, so don't say educated and dialogical.
I don't know that's a word, but we some men like that. We know how to express ourselves. Now what you gonna say? You say, Eric.
No, go ahead, Kenny.
So I think that expectations are the blueprints for disappointment.
Yes.
And what I mean
I
by
agree.
that, what I mean by that
I agree.
is, I feel like people going into relationships, situationships, friendships, or whatever with these expectations. That's why you need to go into something and be open. And what I mean by that, be receptive to whatever. Like, don't place all these high expectations on somebody that you just met or you've been knowing for a while. Just go into it, go with the flow. Let things happen as they happen, and then it'll work itself
It'll work
out.
itself out if we let it move the way
I
that
agree
it's
to that, 100%.
And as women, we have a bad habit.
Yes, we
We
do.
know that you are not
And we put a
capable, but
time
what we
stamp
say
on
is,
so many things.
what we say is, I'm gonna change him,
Right,
because
right.
I'm expecting him to
Right,
change the way I
exactly,
want him to change. And then when it doesn't happen, we're looking at you crazy.
Right.
But it actually is us, and it is our
Yeah.
fault that we went that far.
I agree with that. Anytime you say it's your fault, I definitely.
No,
You always got me on your side.
But
It's your fault. Don't place us in
No,
that.
but that's why I say that we have to have a true conversation. When we're talking about these things, we have to have a true conversation because we are emotional. So sometimes if we want to be, like Duran said, a lot of times we are emotionally, you have to be emotionally educated. What was it you said? He says that we have to be more, what did you say?
Emotional intelligence?
Yes, emotionally intelligent in order to comprehend or to deal with certain situations. And that's when I said, well, I'm an emotional wreck. You understand what I'm saying? Because that is the reality.
Say amen. I think every man in this thing say amen.
God has spoken.
Yeah, God is spoken. He definitely spoken.
You just have to respect someone else's feelings.
You do, but you can't have expectations of
No, I
anyone.
mean, if you set expectations too high where
No,
no one can achieve,
But you shouldn't have expectations at all.
Okay,
Well, I would say this.
let me
Don't
let
set
me
expectations that you can't even reach yourself. That you
Okay,
can't
very
fulfill
good. But
yourself.
let me debate this
that's why there's
real
so
quick,
many
right here.
single
A
people.
lot of people.
Let me debate this on the side of me real quick with this expectation thing. So I'm in a relationship. This is it. I expect you to love me the way I want to be loved.
That's never gonna happen.
You love
Well,
me.
No,
understand this.
it's gonna be reciprocated. It will be reciprocated, but see, it's always gonna be somebody in a relationship that's gonna love the other person more than that person.
But you gotta
Okay,
understand.
now, that's what I'm glad you
hold
said.
on. And for me, I think it is what love means to you may not lead.
Exactly. Your love language may
And
be different
listen,
from my love
and
language.
that's what
So
new
when
topic.
I say
That's what I'm
this,
talking
so
about.
I can be like, you know what, if you do this, and this, you love me.
Right.
But that person or whomever that individual is, they're not capable of that. But that's where our expectations come in.
Right.
And that's where, because the thing is this, the expectations are not the issue.
Right.
The expectations are who we're putting them on.
Exactly.
That's the issue.
Exactly.
Because I can say, this is my expectation, and you know what? They're tangible, but they're not tangible to you.
Right. Right.
And this is what I'm saying. We actually
Because your expectations, in some sense, may turn off or turn away because you're expecting something from something.
Right.
Who's not able to provide that.
Let's-
Exactly.
Durant,
That's where
Or may not
emotional-
want to.
or may not
let's
want
give
to.
some examples.
That's
Watch
where
this.
emotional
Okay,
intelligence comes
so
from.
I'm in a relationship and I'm with who I'm with. And so now my expectation is if I call, I'm finna this is just straight up. I'm talking. When I talk, I'm most of the time talking about. I talk about actual factual.
Okay.
If I call right and I wanna, and I'm feeling some type of way, which men don't never show that anyway.
Okay.
So I'm feeling some type of way. I call, and you kind of not as concerned as I expected you to be or I wanted you to be. So now I'm feeling like, damn, I called you. You didn't give me the attention that I needed or that I expected. So now I call Suan, because Suan gives me the feeling and the attention that I need. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go deeper. She knew. No, nigga.
I said, okay.
No, you gonna let me do this
No,
now?
go ahead.
I called Suan, and she knew. Matter of fact, she knew from the sound. Duran, you hear me? Because I know they finna jump on me, but I need you to have me back. Okay, she knew from the sound of my voice
That's something.
Her first question was, damn, what's wrong? When the person I was with was too busy and didn't even pick up on something was wrong. So now, I know you ain't doing that. You want to let me finish this, ma'am, Kenya.
Sorry.
So, when
It was a mistake.
it was a mistake.
I was just getting ready to say
That
that.
was poor judgment. I'm sorry.
So,
If it happens again, it's a
believe that. So, because my own didn't even notice, I'm using you, didn't even pick up on, I'm using you, Durant, didn't even understand what I was dealing with. She didn't even know when you said she was supposed to feel that, the bond. It took Suanne to feel that. And before I even could say anything, was already saying something ain't right. What's wrong? Is there anything I can do? And started addressing my needs. When my own couldn't address my needs because she wasn't connected enough, or she didn't. Wait a minute. Maybe she checked out already.
I just don't care.
No.
I'm just saying.
It's not.
This is why black men cheat. No,
It's not any of those things. It's not any of those things.
Hey,
You
Becky,
have
are
a
you
problem.
available?
Becky, you know, because I believe Becky will understand as soon as I get on the phone.
So listen,
What's the problem?
sir, it's not that your lady didn't pick up on what you were going through. Maybe she was going through some shit.
Oh, here we go.
And
Here we go. Here we go. Now we happen to be going through something at the same time.
Right.
Isn't that
It's
coincidental?
so much like that because she could be going through something too, and you're not
So
attuned
what
with
if she
her.
wasn't?
No, hold on.
How you want automatically
Let me-
flip the script and
Let
say,
me
well, maybe she
hold
going
on.
through something?
Let me clarify that for you a little bit.
Thank you.
Because one, who was the whole
You sounding like Durant right now. You sound like Durant last week. What I said again?
And she's only drinking water.
She drinking water. Right.
Wait, so let me clarify something about your old lady and Suanne.
Yeah, I can make that
Come
up.
up with that.
Oh wait.
Cause
Let me tell you the difference between your
okay,
old,
Kenya.
Oh, okay, Kenya. Whoever this HO is.
Kenya the
What I'm
joke.
saying is this. Okay. So what I'm saying is this. There's a few things that are very, very different about Suanne and your old lady. One, Suanne has the time to entertain you.
Thank you.
Hold on, let me finish.
Durant, I'm waiting on you.
Hold on.
Whoa.
Durant can say what you want to say, but I'm about to.
She says,
Hold on.
okay.
She has time to entertain you.
That's
Now, I need you to understand this. In a relationship, yes, you're gonna have times where I may be emotionally in need, and you may be emotional. Hold on, you may be emotionally in need, but and in this relationship, we have a lot of other things going
I'm
on.
looking at him.
You understand? So don't think that I may not care or I don't understand what you're going through, but we have other things that I need to be taken care of.
Okay, so
And wait, hold on, let me finish. No.
Why is it always an excuse?
No, I'm not
Everything.
that's what it sounds like. That's what it
I'm
sounds
not
like.
giving you an excuse.
That's what it sounds
You
like.
asked the question,
with men.
why is it that Suanne has the time? No, I didn't say they have the time. I didn't say they have the time. What I said was she has time to entertain you.
But the
So
bigger
why-
question is.
Who's supposed to have the time to entertain me?
So why does my lady don't have?
Why do they? In her words, because I got other stuff going on.
But listen,
No,
but why is
why
it?
do you
But
have-
why
You
do
didn't
you?
even let me finish. I didn't say that.
You just
Because understand that Suanne, when she gets you, she gonna have other things going on too.
Here we
She's not
go.
gonna be
Here we
entertaining that.
But why
You're
is it
gonna
that you
find
need to call
things.
Suanne?
now here we go. You're dealing with everything besides. Okay, let me show you. No, let me do it.
You guys, what you doing?
Women
You
are.
trying to throw it all. Why you dealing with shit? You know what? You know why I'm dealing with Becky and Suanne?
Because you ain't in place.
dealing with me.
That's why. Now you want to be in a man's mind
Because
That's why.
Instead of saying
because you checked out.
right, instead of saying, you know what?
But you ain't have the time.
I'm gonna lay my pride down. I'm gonna lay my pride down. You know, and it's gonna seem like the make. It is pride.
The majority of the time.
Hold on, it is pride.
I agree.
If I'm taking care of our household, you think
Oh,
Hold on.
I can't.
If you guys, if you're
I'm
willing,
getting ready to say something.
if you're willing
Finish.
to say, you know what? I'm going to do what's necessary until I exhaust.
Hold on.
Until I exhaust my every possibility, even if that comes with the for me sacrificing myself, my time to pour into, to see about my man. Maybe there's something I am doing or not doing that's causing a disconnect that I don't know about. That is where relationships, period.
Hold on. Okay, no, you're right. Okay, let's
No.
No.
Wait, can we get to the comments and then you hold that? Let's get to the comments. Okay, right there. Okay. Let's go back to the comments. Let's go back to comments. We gotta make sure we engage our viewers. Okay, Gloria, being connected. But I'm
No.
But I'm very
No, this is not about this.
I'm
going
a very
back to
expressive woman, and I expect my man to be expressive. It doesn't have to be every day, but I expect him to let me know from time to time, every now and then. That's what I was saying, Lady Ellis. What I was saying is that it doesn't have to be something every day. When he makes sure that your car's in order, he's expressing
When your
that
car
he
has
cares.
gas in
When
it.
he makes sure that everything is taken care of, when he's supposed to, that shows you that he cares. When he says
dinner, he does help you with the laundry.
yes,
Just little
right. So those are all ways to express what he's feeling and how he's feeling and his emotions, even though they're not said verbally. Dating and relationships is definitely two different things. But women begin to think that dating will eventually turn into a relationship. Shay. Sis.
Can you read that,
Finish.
You gonna get off my back today, brother. This man reminded me today. I'm sorry. Somebody say, hey, y'all need to shake for me.
showing the attention that needs to be shown.
Men are still on a dating
Meanwhile,
status.
men are still on a dating status, and then the emotions for both parties get misconstrued. So don't have me expect that it will be moving, and it won't.
It'll be more.
Sorry, one it won't.
Okay,
That
let's
is
keep on trying to
very
get them all on.
That's very.
Raymond said I'm back. I don't know if he's still on here, but he said I'm back. Okay, here we go. Now this is what we were just talking about.
Okay.
Now read that, because we were just talking about it. She said
It makes no sense.
this is a woman.
I want to be fully connected to
To a man, basically.
that even if I'm upset, she corrected you because you said about not having time doing other stuff.
No, I didn't say upset though. So I don't know what this is talking about because I'm gonna say even upset. I'm about to.
Well, you
I'm about to
said
make
going
sure.
You said going
You
through.
said going
Going through what?
We don't know. You said.
Hold on. I never said going through.
Girl, this is
I
live
said doing
recording.
something
This
else.
is live recording.
I said that.
You know we're gonna be able to play you back.
Right, so
Be careful what you say.
No, what he's going through, so he can get through it, so we can get through it together. That's okay.
Keep reading.
So wait, hold on. Let me address that. So I'm not saying that we can't address it, or I'm not going to address it. What I'm saying is at that particular time. So if I know that you're having a stressed out day, I may not be able to address you when you call me on the phone. You understand? But that does not mean that I'm not going to address you.
Eric said, why not?
Well, because I may not be able to, Eric. I am one individual. But when you come home, you might come home to a massage. Guess what?
Okay,
I know when my dude is not happy.
Okay.
I know when he's
I like that.
You were.
I'm not feeling good. Guess
You
what?
were.
I will be up 4 o'clock in
We
the
love the
morning.
massage.
Give you a massage.
That turned into
It's
other
not
stuff.
about
We
that.
already
It's
know
not
that.
about that. What I'm saying is, I make the time when I have it, but I cannot stop doing what I need to take care of.
That's not what we're saying. We didn't ask you to stop being carrying out the duties
Of your position.
of being a wife
or
your fiance or whatever. Because we talk about relationships. These are relationships, right?
Right.
Keep reading.
Okay.
This is a woman talking.
Okay. It doesn't matter what a person got going on. People make time for who they want. So I think you're all right. So wait, hold on. So Shay, I think you're under the impression I'm saying I don't give a damn about what he's feeling or thinking. That's not what I stated.
I don't think she's under the impression.
No, she is under
I
the
think she
impression.
heard you loud and clear.
No, what I said was we don't always have the the time at that time.
That should
That
be your
does not
rebuttal.
mean.
Wait.
In my scenario that I gave,
Address it.
in my scenario I gave, that should be your rebuttal.
Right.
You should have a way better rebuttal than that. I'm just saying.
Yes. We're talking about.
What the scenario I gave you, I said I'm calling my woman, my wife, my whatever, my person.
Right. The way you just put it is saying, hey, you know what? You didn't even acknowledge.
That's what I'm saying.
Wait.
That's the scenario I gave. Now you
I don't
said.
have-
I didn't say anything about not acknowledging.
No, then you did.
You said, wait a minute.
Go ahead, walk my scenario. What I said.
Hold up.
Run the tape.
Run the
You
tape.
said, yeah, let's run the tape.
Let's do that right now. Let's run that back real quick, please.
Because your
What did you
question
say?
is,
What did you say?
why is it that she has time and your old lady
That wasn't
doesn't?
my question.
Yes, it was.
No. My question was this. I didn't say nothing about having the time. I said the connection because you talking about that. No, you talking about you. I use your example. You talking about connection and
And I
knowing
just told
your
you.
individual.
Because
No.
I told you.
Oh, let me finish, let me
Suann-
finish.
No, listen what I
Suann
said.
has,
No,
Let
I didn't
her
talk about
finish.
time. You use time to make your point. You use the fact that she didn't have the time to make your point.
Right.
My point I made was when I called my woman, I wasn't even talking about whether she had the time or not. I was talking about the connection. Why did she feel that I was going through something? I wasn't talking about the time. I said, why didn't she feel?
Maybe she was going to stuff.
Fuck! Oh, you made me cuss, King. And I don't be doing that. Stop acting like this one right here. I ain't talking about maybe she. Please straighten me then. You talk for me then. Talk for me because Aphrodisiac got me mad and she making it worse.
And I'm giving it a take.
right, and I'm about to take it. Yeah, never mind.
She making it worse. Please say what I'm saying.
Listen, it's what's simple. Period. What we're having an issue with is, Laura, you guys are trying to justify. You're not addressing.
We're not trying to
We
justify.
said trying, but you are. You're not. You still trying, or
And
you.
you did too.
No, I didn't. What I
You did-
said.
you-
What if she going through something?
You're still.
That's justified.
did it.
That's a
You know,
mistake.
you know what's so
Okay,
funny? Let me tell you what's so funny. How Mr. Eric can sit over
wait.
here and say, how Mr. Eric can sit over here and say that you got time and I got time to talk to you and how we doing pillow talk and how dead wrong that is. But now that I'm saying that I may not be able
Right.
at that particular time,
Like,
now you over here jumping off on Sue.
Okay, I got you. Hold on.
All they care about is who in.
Right.
I tell you what got them on the bed.
Yeah.
What got them on the bed is they don't. Ray, this is
Hold on,
what
wait, the question.
Go ahead.
Why don't you have time?
That's what I'm gonna
I
ask.
just said to you, if we're in a relationship, stop acting. I need y'all to stop acting dumbfounded. If you are in a relationship, guess what? This one conversation that has you sideways is not our whole entire life.
right.
You understand? I have things I'm taking care of also. So let's be clear. Let me put
Okay,
myself
what
in.
if you don't have anything going on?
Then guess what? I'm all on you.
Right.
Okay.
If I don't have nothing going on, I'm probably on the phone when you going through what you going.
Okay,
And I already know it's happening.
That's what Marcus is looking
Yeah, but that's why I'm trying to tell you. The question was about Miss Suann, why she got the time. I don't.
No. That's what women hear. In this whole statement, all the women here, let me tell you, I know what this is because I deal with this myself. See, in the whole statement I made, you know I got lost in translation.
Okay.
Suann!
That's exactly what happened.
With a woman, they don't. When I went, because in my own house, I can do it. That's my conversation. Another woman.
Wait. What's the thing with Charlie Brown and Charlie Brown teacher?
My emotions, Durant, my emotions at that time didn't matter. My feelings didn't matter.
But
You know what matter?
Another chick name.
Well, Gloria had talking. You talking to Gloria about something? You know what happened? You talking to Gloria? Yeah, I'm talking to Gloria. You know, I was trying to talk to you, and you had other stuff going on.
This is the thing. Okay. What's at that point that
I
you're
made
making
a
right now?
mistake.
Hold on. The point that you're making about
I
us
made a
answering.
mistake
And I made a mistake and went to Gloria because she had the time.
She had time to think.
But understand
And
that Glow or Suann has that time because they're not in a relationship with you.
Right.
And I want you to understand the same. This is where I think y'all are under
And
the
that's
impression.
not
I think
Because
this is
y'all
why.
checked out.
No, Duran.
Y'all got in a relationship.
This is good.
Hold on.
This is good.
not the
I
case.
tell you, this is
Duran,
good.
this is not the case.
This is good.
Because honestly,
Because y'all, you just said, we're talking about relationship. This is all on the premise of relationship.
no.
This is all on the premise of
A relationship, right? You can't
just
switch
said-
and say about
you
no.
just said-
It's all dealing with relationship.
Checked
So-
out is something to. When we were talking about checked out,
We're
we're
talking about
not.
cheating.
We're talking about cheating.
Cheating.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're not talking about the fact that we have a lot of stuff. Let me tell you something.
What is a lot of stuff? Define a lot of stuff.
Get him, Duran.
Because hold
Okay,
on.
okay. Let me do that.
Because
Let me do that. Hold on. Let me do that.
You're a man.
Ooh.
Hold on, wait.
Children, making sure that all of your laundry's done, making sure that your business endeavors are taken care of, making sure the family's right, making sure things are clean, making sure things are paid on time, making sure that hold up, making sure that everything is taken care of properly, making sure that we are there, making sure that when you do come home, you're not coming home to the stresses or whatever I have to deal with, so that you can come home to a peaceful house. Making sure that when your feet hurt, that I can make sure that things, to make sure that I can make sure that things are right
So
when
let
you
me
get
ask you a
there.
question. So let me ask you a
And it's
question.
not going to be
Hold on.
Mr. E, it sounds like
things
we.
that's being done every day.
Right. So let me ask you. So, Gloria.
You are lying on the weekend.
Take a vote.
When you lying on the
I need to
weekend,
talk
I'm calling you on the
No.
I need to talk to my people.
No.
Everybody take a vote.
You do laundry
Take a
every day,
vote.
depending on how many.
Listen, this is why we have adult conversations.
Yes.
Because what this panel right now has done, I had to take a pause for the calls. Because y'all see us going back, we're reading comments, we engaging, we're trying to bring understanding. But what this panel does, when you leave this show, when you leave, it opens up your mind expansion for you to understand things from another perspective that we always, as human beings, have a problem doing. Understanding the woman, which I don't think we'll ever do, ever, and vice versa.
Yeah.
But it will make us a little bit closer. So when these two black women leave, they ain't sounding like it, but believe me, everything that we're talking about, they will go home and be like, did these men just say this? And even if we said it,
Well, it's not even
that too.
It's not.
It will be like,
It's more like maybe It's more like maybe I'm not paying attention to what I think that I'm paying attention to. Because I take a lot of this out. I take a lot of this.
That's what I said earlier. The things that you feel that you aren't doing that you really aren't. But the things that you aren't doing that you really are. It means, I said that earlier. This is the basis and the issue where the conflict comes in. And all it takes is just this conversation and listen, have an open dialogue. And
wait.
and then
Lady Ellen said, y'all, see, you are bad habit. You are bad. Lady Ellen said, y'all men stop acting dumbfounded. So see, they don't hear us. They just feel like we're acting dumbfounded.
No. But this is the thing. To your point. At that same point, then again, now you're setting expectations on.
what am I expecting? No,
Expecting
that's what I said earlier. Let me listen. Anything I say, I can lay claim and clarify.
Claim it, baby, claim it. Let's clarify.
Oh no, so let me clarify. That's exactly why I said that it is okay to have expectations, but not to have a where it's so high that nobody can reach. Now I expect you to take, if you're really interested and invested and you're willing to pour into me to understand and communicate where I'm coming from, just as I will do for you.
So if you have this one issue that's going, well, I can't say one, but I'm just giving the example. So you can call me this one time because you feel this emotional threat, or you feel like you just in this emotional uproar, and I don't do it. Now all of a sudden, I don't know. Listen,
It's true. That's true.
What I'm saying is, what I'm saying is,
you're not calling Becky. No, you're not calling Becky.
Okay,
stop playing with me.
I'm calling my wife. Calling your wife.
She wants to let this just not do the same thing.
Okay.
She got aggressive just for saying something.
Okay.
Sorry.
And
What I'm saying is, you call me.
Susanna.
Don't even say you calling nobody, because
What
disrespect
So
your
what
person.
gift it is?
Like,
I
don't
feel
call nobody.
I feel disrespected, bro. I feel like, yo, you calling out these white women's names. Don't play with me.
All right, man, both.
Hey, wait.
Why you gotta say
Hey,
Marquisha?
Don't say why.
No, but let's
You are truly.
Let me
You
say
are
what-
one of the
I just
times
want to say this.
yourself.
No, but I want to say this. I don't think that it's a fair fight if you bring Becky home. So don't say Becky, all right? We can say Keisha or whoever, because then at that point I'm like, okay, I got a battle.
Michelle.
Whoever. So now,
but
That's true. I don't get no really in that. I don't
but
respect
what I'm
that.
saying is,
I
okay, no, but what I'm saying is,
She got-
I got good credit too.
And she got some work done.
You know what? Somebody
Thanks
cut
for
off this
listening.
mic.
So now, wait a minute.
This is straight with
So now,
all
wait.
the
So now I'm not a good woman because I'm
Oh,
not a good credit,
God.
but I ain't got no work done.
Right.
And I got no pennies.
Right.
I'm just saying.
And wait, but here, hold on, let's step by this.
She listened.
And I'll stand between you and whatever bullet comes.
Right,
But
right.
she gonna be over there saying,
Right.
But she listened to me. I called.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. All right.
We just give
No,
y'all
like, yeah.
y'all can be
No,
better.
but what I'm saying is,
We can be better.
So what I'm saying
Okay.
is, so what
The
I'm
black
saying is,
woman, number one thing, don't you ever
Listen.
call another woman, especially a white woman, talking about they could do something.
wait,
to other
not only,
women.
but hold on, let's get it clear. A white woman is never gonna understand you, period. She's never gonna be. She can listen to you. Yes, she can agree and she can butter you up, just like any other woman who wants you. Because again, let me go back.
Hey.
Because y'all are under the impression
I just
that
gotta
women
say
don't
this,
do the
Marcus.
same thing. We do the same thing.
I just gotta say this.
Oh, God.
I'm with
Please
Becky.
don't put us in
I
bad.
just gotta
Cut
say this.
Duran's mic now.
Hey.
Somebody.
Hey,
Me and Becky be together. Me
You gonna kill us. You gonna make it bad for all of us right now.
and Becky be together in a relationship, right?
Uh-huh.
Me and Kenya, we link up. Becky know about Kenya. Oh, what's okay? Hey, would you like steak? Oh, it's a big difference.
Hey,
It's a big difference.
let me help you out.
Yes.
Okay, so I need you to read these comments because they coming in and we gotta pay attention to our viewers. Our viewers. Okay, so keep reading. And Ellis is
It doesn't
in.
matter.
She might be one to come on
What
the
a
show
person,
next.
yeah, that'll be dope. It doesn't matter what a person is going, what a person got going on. People make time for who.
Okay, we read
Yeah,
that.
read it.
Okay, keep reading now. Read the next one.
So I ought to make time for my man if I care that much. That way, another woman won't have the time to slide in. Okay, so let me address that. She's sliding in either way, sweetheart. Don't ever get that twisted. That's between your man and that chick. It ain't about your time. Go ahead.
Okay. That was your response to that was she responded to your
You can't get time back if I miss a moment where you know what, you need to come on the show because I need to know where you getting all this time from. So I need some help here. I need some help. Because I'm gonna tell you
y'all
right now.
let our viewers feel like they feel.
No, I need to know how you manage it because I mean I got kids, I got a life, I got a full-time job. I have to make sure all of that stuff is taken care of. I have to be sleeping with him at night. I have to be massaging him and everything else.
Read her comment.
So I'm just
I want you to read them too.
Oh, okay.
That's why I picked you.
You can't get sick of that. If I missed a moment where he truly needed me, that's access for another sister to be able to step in. That's not true. And draws him because I wasn't there when he needed me the most.
Keep reading.
The most.
Keep reading.
This man had an emotional breakdown. I needed you.
Keep reading.
No, I'm not Superwoman, but
I just said that. I'm not that. You don't hear me singing it? I said I'm not your superwoman.
no, I'm not Superwoman, but
I know like that record.
But if I'm that connected to him, I should know the
moment.
moment he truly needs. Listen.
Keep reading.
Keep reading.
Keep reading. Keep reading.
That's BS.
This is a woman talking.
No, it's okay. That's okay.
As
And
one-
I don't.
Women, I need y'all to listen to
What is
Shanika Sunshine Ellis.
Shauna K?
Shauna K, you need to be on the show.
Yeah. You can come up, Shauna K. So as one, what is it that you have to take care of where you can? Are you serious?
Keep reading.
Keep reading.
No, I need y'all to
Keep
read.
reading.
Don't.
Okay, I'll read it.
I
Let me go. Read.
What is it? Hey, no. Okay, that's great.
They don't like a woman.
No. Hold up.
Read. Don't answer her. Read.
No, we gotta read.
We only want to know what she said.
We
As
can't
one.
be there for him. I just said I was there for him. Did you not hear that? I said if I'm massaging him and giving him head at night, I'm there be able to help you take care of I'm sorry, did I say it is?
Keep reading. We just reading the comments. What
Y'all may stop
our
acting
sisters,
dumb
what our sisters on here
Dang,
saying.
so what he do at home. I don't think I understand that. Smith.
Okay, let's keep going.
Trust me, I'm a very busy person. Okay, great.
Okay, keep reading.
But I had to learn balance.
There you
Okay,
go.
so
I agree
what
with
you're
that.
trying to say is, what you're saying right now is imbalance like a mother effer.
Why
There's
is
no
that
balance there. Balance means that you don't tip the scale, right?
I'm gonna support.
Balance means that you're not tipping the scale. So
True.
I don't take one thing and say, because you decide today you're feeling emotionally unbalanced, or
Okay,
you're
so
feeling emotionally.
this is
What you
my
call
view. This is my view. That's of course is gonna be in support of Miss Ellis.
Of course.
Wow, that's weird
But that's
calling another woman Miss Ellis.
Oh, no,
Okay,
don't call her Miss Ellis, Miss Shay.
Miss Shay. Okay, I'm gonna of course I'm gonna support what Miss Shay says
Shauna
because
Hay, I think that's it.
because
I like her name.
this is what I believe she's
I like
saying.
her name. Shauna Hay.
When it comes to your man or your husband or your significant other, I believe your first priority, second, I would say first is God, but first priority is, let me finish.
Whatever you doing.
Oh.
So whatever you're doing never supersedes.
Okay.
Let me
You
finish.
should be doo-doo.
Stop it. In the middle of it falling. This is my belief. Men, if the men believe one pound, they say amen.
Amen.
Okay,
So I didn't finish.
Okay.
I believe everything supersedes besides God. If you want to consider him being your man, your husband, and your leader, you love to say about
lead
leader.
too, baby.
And that's
We're
vice
trying to learn
versa.
from you too.
That's
That's
vice
why I said we
versa.
need to speak to you now. Hold on,
That's
don't
vice
do that,
versa.
Shay.
That's vice versa. But,
Still vice
and
versa.
it is vice versa. But I'm talking about as right now, the man. So he don't gotta call Becky. What I'm saying is, what
What else would?
he has going on supersedes everything. Even, I know you're gonna flip out when I say this. Even the kids.
No, that's our part now.
Wait a minute.
Now,
All right.
now, if you, I don't know, it depends on,
wait.
let me finish. It
I
depends-
agree with you. I agree with you. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Listen,
I
I
have
feel
to.
like if you have young kids, no,
I
you're not super.
Well, you don't, but when we
Word.
say supersede, any real man is not gonna ask you to put your
Yeah.
children in jeopardy for
We
them.
didn't-
But supersede, I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Now, if you got older kids, then yeah.
I agree with you
But
wholeheartedly.
if you have young kids, I feel like they all fall into the same category.
Never, not with a, not, but,
Not
that's just how we-
hold on.
It's a moral.
With their wants and their needs, with their needs,
Are
with
they
their
their
needs,
kids?
with their
Are they
needs.
his?
You can't, regardless if they're, just call it a blended relationship. The kids still nonetheless need the care,
With their needs, I feel like it should.
the
one
needs.
should supersede the other.
the needs, however, the kids don't get the need without the father, the head bringing the meat home.
He's the need.
But what if he's
So-
not bringing it?
So what?
No, we ain't talking about that. We talking about
We're not
just
talking
like
about
I know.
about that, but let's
Ah, we gotta do that for the
No,
next
we
show.
can't- we can't
You don't
do it.
come on this show and make you want to talk about what we want to.
No.
You don't come on the show and talk about what you want to talk about. We're gonna talk about it on the next show. We ain't talking about the age. We're talking about the order.
Way.
We talking about the order of the
Okay,
relationship.
I
wait,
think
wait.
the thing
So
is, I
is
feel-
this the father making the call to need, or is it the boyfriend?
No.
We
It's the
talking about
man of the
relationship.
household.
We
It's
talking
the
about
man-
the man of the
So
household.
he's the man of the household, yes.
Okay.
And the reality is, as the man of the household, what he says actually goes. We can take it or leave
Okay,
it, but
but
it is
then
the truth.
it's.
If
Wait a
he's leaving
minute,
the
let's take a
household
pause.
properly- I've said that.
I know, but I just want to hear
I've
you
said that
say it
many times.
because that.
Let me tell you
something to
something.
say right there.
No, but even when it comes to my children, and even if I have somebody outside of my children, I will call him and say, "Ayo, he's cutting up," because he's the man of this household.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that you bring every man
I want
in,
to now.
and I'm not
I want to
saying
throw
that.
another challenge at you. So you said, and you sneaked it and said, you said, let's talk about it. If he's not, I'm gonna challenge you.
If he's not what though, I'm sorry, I'm confused.
He
If
said,
he's not doing what she considered handling the business.
Then he shouldn't.
What you saying, right?
Then you shouldn't be in a relationship with him, and he should not be head of your household.
Amen.
The only person that should put in that situation is a man.
Amen.
And marriage, and say marriage is not.
That's
If you
easy.
put him in that position,
That's
that means
easy.
that he is
That's
husband
easy.
material.
He-
However, I agree
That's
with
easy.
you on that
That's
aspect.
an easy answer. That's not even that's for discussion. We hit it. Go.
Because even with me,
He's not even. He's not
You're the
even.
one who said.
You know what we
You
did?
said
We put
it
it
was
in
another
bed.
show.
He said he
You put it
quit.
in. You said
But
it.
we're talking about
We put it in bed.
right,
now. Back to the main thing. Keep the main thing. That man comes before only when you're married, before any of your children.
And I said that because I knew it was going to be very,
so
very. I knew it was going to be a gut blow.
First,
And women don't want to really feel
the
that.
children.
No.
and when you said even
And that's
only when you're
in the-
married, I kind of disagree with that a little bit.
Biblically,
Because not everybody.
that's Bible.
No, but what I'm
I know what
saying
you're
is
gonna
the
say.
reason why I'm
Go ahead.
saying that is because
I
not
like what you're saying.
everybody is saying, "Oh, we're gonna get married."
Right.
Not everybody is
Even
in a
if you
position
place
where-
him.
So what you place him at the head of you,
That's it.
that's it.
I-
He is your covenant.
Me and her actually
That
agree.
should be leading us.
And
You
that's
understand?
very rare.
And
We actually
let's be crystal clear. So there are things with all of that. Yes, he definitely leads. Don't get it twisted though. I'm still human. You understand? And as a woman who is used to being single, as a woman who's used to doing everything on her own, that might not be the easiest thing for me. It is,
Understood.
and for me, it is extremely challenging to bring anybody
Understood.
in my house because one, I have boys, and I know that people say girls, but when you're teaching boys how to be men,
You can't do it. You're not equipped.
but right,
You're not
I
fully
can't bring
equipped,
I can't bring a non-equipped man in here either.
Right, I got it.
I have to be able to, I have to hope that I'm doing better than the lack of.
I don't want to go to another topic, but you
Right.
said that, so I want to deal with that.
Okay. And wait, no,
It's
no,
a
let's
two-question mark.
finish this though.
Okay.
Because
okay,
even when
okay,
no, so
right,
even when
right.
we're talking about men and women, I think this is why I feel so uncomfortable. Because my man, even though I may not have caught that and I wasn't connected there with that particular situation and you had to bring Susan in, honestly, doesn't mean shut up. But even when that occurs, it's almost like everyone here is discarding the fact that if he calls me 3 o'clock in the morning and he's like, "Baby, I'm hungry. I'm getting out the bed and cooking.
Right.
What do you want to eat?"
Right.
Why you gotta be so specific?
No, because what you're saying is that I'm not attentive enough. What Ms. Shay is understanding is that I'm not attentive enough. And then we're taking this whole situation and saying, "Oh, we should be 100% connected." We are.
You said that.
Hold on.
Hold on. I'm going to comment.
But no, you said we should be.
No, I didn't say no. I said that there is a connection and that you don't always have to tell me that you love me.
You said
You are
you should
connected.
if you connect.
I didn't say you should be. I said if you are. I didn't say you should.
No,
be.
so we're working on the principles of being connected.
Okay.
Right.
But
So I'm
if-
telling you,
if
being
we are-
together, we're
hold on,
connected,
so if
right?
If we're connected, do you know when I'm emotionally crazy all the time?
I should be.
Yeah.
I should be, yes.
Yeah,
Because you show it, like now. Like, we know exactly. We in a relationship, and I know you. If you got in a date, I'll tell him exactly. Listen, I'll tell you what to do and what not to do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. Because we already connected. Just from the relationship we got.
That's not true.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Oh, you're
things-
crazy. That's true.
No, but I'm not discarding. Again, I'm not discarding any of that. What I'm saying is that there's not going to be every single time.
We're not-
We didn't say every
No,
time.
I get it, and I may speak to you, and you may not catch on it.
You're
You understand?
hold on,
Because if
okay.
we're in the business of doing your own business,
Glory,
and I'm calling you,
glory,
you may be
glory.
like, I'm going back. But now I'm be like,
Glory, listen,
That's to the extreme.
listen.
That's what women do, though.
What?
They hear you and they put extreme matters to disregard mistakes.
This
put
is
that-
the issue right now. This is a prime example of conflict. And when you don't listen because you're still trying to get your point across.
Yes. You never listen to what he said to understand what he said.
Hold on. This is what I'm trying to get you to understand. This is a prime example.
okay.
Even with us having dialogue. Hey, take a breath. Relax. Hold on. I'm not saying you per se. I'm just
No,
talking
you
about.
talk about me per
No,
se, but if
no.
I don't want to take a breath, I don't have to. This is
But
And this is why Becky come. Because she take a breath. And she don't say, I don't have to. She say, you know why I got to? Because that's what I decided to make
why am
in my life.
on this particular panel if I need to take a break?
Listen, that's not what we're saying.
Oh my God, this is the problem
why is it that you have this, I'm gonna say misconception that all white women are submissive?
Most of the time they are. Statistically,
I need this
most of the time they are.
I need this evidence to show.
Okay, let me make a quick call real quick.
Matter of fact, this is what I told my wife yesterday. Most of the time, and you look statistically,
Like they're more
when a
submissive
black
than
man
black women.
divorced the black woman and he's of statue, most of the time, his retreat is always to the white woman.
And you know what, that is a.
I asked you,
That is
you wanted or
not-
She got
I
that
said
is not-
statistically.
Listen, that is not necessarily true. And
I ain't talking about necessarily being true. I said you
Let me tell you
statistically.
about a black man who is in a certain type of limelight. He is a token nigga, and he likes being a token nigga, so that's why he goes to Becky. Don't get it twisted.
Whatever
He
reason.
is a- No, it's not. No. Don't. So wait a minute. Don't take a judgment of a token nigga and be saying I'm supposed to be what he wants me to be when he's trying to do everything to be like them.
Example.
Everybody's not trying to do that.
Example. Duran just said clearly to a black woman sitting here, you don't take a moment and to breathe and to digest what the man is saying. Your immediate response, nothing taken away from black women, because I love my black women and their queens.
Yes.
We're really opening up our minds to y'all.
Right.
Your immediate response was, why I gotta take a breath? He was just clearly saying, this is what the breakdown in communication is.
Exactly.
You don't take a minute to hear the black man right here on the side of you speaking emotionally
Well, y'all
about
know-
what.
and
Here
y'all
we
know-
go. Here we go. Here we go.
There we go.
You know why some
Hey,
the black
another
woman is so defensive?
Right.
No,
exactly.
because you guys don't stop and listen to us.
Well, you know why we can't?
Right now, we're talking.
And listen, what he said is very valid, because I'm gonna give you an example. Here we go again, my own self. If I'm fussing, this is my home. I'm gonna give y'all real examples. I'm fussing at home. Help me, Lord. Help me at home. Help me understand my own woman I got at home. Because I don't understand. So you help me
I'm
understand.
shutting up. I'm helping.
Baby, XYZ. My issue. I got an issue. I got a problem. XYZ, this is my issue. Immediately, you know what happens? One, defense. Two, what she just did.
Well,
What? I know that. Let me finish.
no, I do it, so I can't help you with that. Because
Well, thank you for your
I
honesty.
do it. I do
Thank
it.
you for your honesty.
You gotta just do it right now.
Thank you for your honesty.
He still haven't even, but this is still a prime example. He still hasn't even got to this point. Because he
It's
got,
taking too long.
no, it doesn't.
Listen.
So, go ahead.
Come on.
Becky will argue.
Listen.
Listen, like
Listen.
I'm talking, I'm expressing, I'm emotion, and the immediate response is one, defense. Defense is the first response. Two, excuse. Defense and excuse. Defense was, what Duran said. You need to take a minute to breathe. Now he gonna excuse. But what about me? I can't even have a moment as a man to be emotional. So you want to ask the question why men ain't emotional? Why they don't express themselves? Because I can't. Because when I do, you automatically shut me down. Because I'm taking too long. Because you just, am I not speaking truth? I can't even have a moment. Because in my moment, you bring your moment.
And then you know what? What happens now? Hold on. And then now.
Come on, Lord.
And then now.
I want you to understand me. In my moment, you bring your moment. And I'm like, wait a minute. Can I have a
Now
moment?
it's back to you.
No, it's back to you. How I get on you? I'm telling you how I feel.
And to add to that now, because I need you, we need you guys to understand that you're not superior. You're not gonna run over. We're no welcome mat. Now this where comes in that either we can walk away,
Now,
or my voice still, or our voice now starts to
Right.
elevate, and now it's back and forth.
now it's a
But
And then
that's word you use. What's the S word you use? Because what? You're not.
Okay.
So listen.
Listen.
Wait.
Let's
Here,
listen.
Superior. I'm superior.
Let's
I'm
listen.
superior.
So hold on,
Let's
so
listen.
first,
Say it.
Just listen.
Listen.
Say it.
Listen.
okay, great. Well, we
One more
don't.
time.
So
Listen.
let me explain something. We don't think that we're superior. So don't think that, because that's not true. I don't think that I'm superior to no man. However, I do have an issue. I talk. I got an attitude.
That's the culture.
I can say I saw black women though. I saw respect. At least you.
That is
It's
a
a
majority. Not all black women.
Say
But
40%.
right, that's no, it's more than 40%.
Oh, it's more than 40%.
Look, Gregory,
It's-
Gregory, don't do it.
Say what? The brother in the blue.
Put them up. Put them up. Read it, Durant.
Greg, don't do it, Greg.
Read it, Durant.
The brother in the blue is absolutely correct. Most women and men take the time to listen before getting emotionally overwhelmed with the discussion.
Don't take the time to listen, is what he's trying to say. Yeah, but
So
it is.
it comes back to, as I was stating earlier before I was cut off by Gloria. It's conflict resolution.
Yeah.
And it comes to a place where the men as us, we're seen as the head and we lead. And if it's something that you guys object to, or you don't want to hear where we're going or where the feedback, objection comes in. And therefore, a lot of times we try to address what you're where you're interjecting, which the root of the issue gets
Never
lost.
gets addressed.
It never gets addressed.
Agreed.
Now this becomes.
Get out my house, Durant. Get out my house right now. Why are you in the house right now, boy? But I love the fact that
In the room.
you know what I always say in my house, but I want to put it out there.
Yes.
I have a wife that desires to do better. And that's the
Right.
difference.
Right.
So I talk about me a lot because I only can talk about experience. We said that on the show.
Right.
But I will admit, thank God, I have a wife that at least, even though she does that, and
Right,
when
we don't
she
wanna be
shakes
those things,
it,
right?
but
We
she
don't wanna be
desires
That's good.
to want to do better. Her desire is,
Right.
I am. She is that. She said, I am messed up. And yeah, I talk, and yeah, I cut you off, and yeah, you hit a nerve, and I don't want to understand. But my desire is to do better. So I can work with that.
And honestly,
It's when you don't desire to do better.
That's all you want, something to work with.
That's all you need. The black man, all you need is something to work with.
Can I just say this,
Oh God.
okay?
The way you came on
Can I say this?
was already bad. You look like you was gonna come with just some evilness. Can I just say this?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, can you?
You suffer from cognitive dissonance.
What the? Don't come with these words. I don't know what that is. Because I don't know what that is. I don't know what you dictionary now.
You come back that by
Cognitive, CON.
She looked like she was spelling it. I don't know why I ain't asked her to spell it. Because she looked like she was going to be able to spell that.
But however, I want to listen. It's so important. It's so important, and it's us helping each other, and maybe we can help people, our viewers, and so on and so forth. It's conflict resolution. If nobody wants to hear where we're dropping the ball. Nobody wants to hear.
Nobody, as a person,
as a person, right? Nobody wants to feel like you're being.
Or
But I think it must happen. This is where the resolve comes in. This is where the resolution starts to form, where we can put together an action plan. You know what? You're right, Aaron. You know what? I didn't sit that way. Can you?
I'm sorry.
See, there you go. See there. See that's we
can't go back.
Run it back.
I don't like her. Be straight up. Like, can't be honest in that. I don't like her, you know. I just something about you.
But this is where conflict resolution comes at. Nobody wants to feel that they're being reprimanded,
Right.
being told, or all their shortcomings. However, there is strength and weakness.
Right.
Now, when we as an individual can accept, you know what? I didn't feel that I was doing that. And this is where the respect comes in as well. You know what, Kenny? I respect what you said. Maybe I didn't feel that I was doing it. But notice I said, I didn't say see that. I didn't think that. Maybe I didn't feel. That's a deeper place now.
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't think I was, I didn't think that. I didn't think I was doing that. I didn't feel that. That's a deeper place now.
Yeah.
Now it lets me know, or the individual know who you're dealing with, the other party. I'm trying, you know what, this hit me different.
Right.
Now oh wow. Now this should even be where I'm committed to the commitment of making things better. I didn't feel that I did, or I didn't see it that way.
You're
So because
you're acknowledging my feelings.
know what?
and your feelings. Too.
That's why I say it's
My lack
correct.
of.
And you accepted the fact
Yeah,
that you're wrong.
You're wrong.
My lack of,
You're-
right.
Mom,
I'm
point.
acknowledging my
You
lack
got
of.
to accept the fact that
This is, but for me, I don't
no,
always
but-
say, oh, I'm wrong, you're right, but you know what, I shut up and I just listen.
But that's the thing.
Because I don't
but-
know how to, I don't know how
Say it
to,
again.
I said,
You don't always say when you're wrong.
He wants you to say that part again.
yeah, I just said that.
No, I'm going somewhere.
Yeah, no, I don't always say that I'm wrong or, oh, I didn't know that.
Press pause. Press pause. Marcus.
Yes,
She
sir.
said she don't always say where she's wrong. Just like women want to hear where the emotional to lift you guys up, to edify you, which you should. And every man is different. Some men do it more than others. However, from a place of from a man, we need to, you guys to understand. We need to hear where you error.
Wow.
Well,
What you think, Eric? What did you say?
you don't.
I agree.
We need to know that because it shows that you even when you err there. You do, my girl.
He just bring it in.
I know
I
you-
agree, I'm listening. I agree.
It even shows where you committed. So I can now hold you accountable. And I can hold you accountable to your own act, your own corrective action, your own action plan. You know what, baby? Well, Eric, you know what?
I totally agree with you, Lorraine.
So now when you jack up, hey, remember.
I can hold you accountable to that.
Yeah, right.
This is what.
But
Hold
you
on. I'm going a little deeper.
I
Hold on.
I do not.
Hold on. Let me go a little deeper. Hold on. Now, because I got you to give your plan of action on how to bring the resolve, now I can expect that because you told me that. That is where the expectation comes. Because now this is what you told me.
Now you go in. Now you're someone.
No. It's not.
Change doesn't happen overnight.
No,
So now
it's
you're
not.
expecting me to be this person.
I didn't say it happened overnight.
No, but now you can work to resolution.
Exactly.
We
No,
already.
But I don't like that word expectation.
We know.
I don't.
That's just like that's the same thing when don't like to hear the word get checked.
You ain't checking nobody.
Well, see, here we go.
We already had that conversation.
But if
we
I'm
realize that this is a woman's hate word.
It's the same thing. Hey, look,
It's not a
So-
hate word. It's
so
like
wait, let me ask you a
trigger,
question.
like,
Yeah.
You say you checking me like you checking
So this
me.
is
Like,
how you- it's how
So
you
do
show
you expect me?
Exactly.
Hold on. So do you
It's
expect me to
interpretation.
turn around? Hold on. Do you expect me to turn around for you to be like, oh, I'm checking you, and then for me to turn around and say, oh, you know what? You're right.
Hold on.
There's no.
You know what, Gloria, you know how that, you know how,
Prime example.
well, listen, hold on.
If it's accurate, why not? If it's true, why not?
No,
You're not
but you
gonna
know what?
check me and get a reaction from me like, oh, you're right.
Can you?
You check
it's
me.
true,
you
why
wanna get-
not?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
check you back.
But why? If what you being checked on is right.
No,
Right.
because
Exactly.
you ain't in no position to be checking.
You what?
You are not my fault.
Well, shit, anybody.
He's your man. He's
Hold
your
on.
head.
Hold on. Anybody wrong can be checked.
No.
Listen, if he's my head, he knows that checking me is not an option.
No.
He knows to address the concern and to fix it. Because ain't no head
So-
of nothing checking.
That
So-
can be checked.
But that's a trigger. That's
See,
a
you need to be with Becky and you make sure you don't bring Becky over here. Because I'm gonna check Becky too. We all checking Becky.
You in trouble?
So listen.
Bring me up on pineapple.
Listen, that's gonna be our new thing. We all that right. Listen, we know he's always.
Okay, so if y'all
Always
want that word checking, because that's a trigger.
Don't
for us.
do that.
The
Don't do
trigger
that.
for
Because
men-
Why is it a trigger?
But
Don't expect
listen,
change.
but a trigger for
So if
you
I'm
guys
telling you-
is when women say what you need to do.
That's the same
Y'all don't
thing.
like
It's
that.
the same thing.
y'all
Anybody
don't
can be
say.
told what they need to do.
It's the same thing.
If I'm with you, you can tell me what I need to do. If I want to
It's the
remain
same
with
thing.
you,
Right, exactly.
What I'm saying.
why we ain't got a problem with that?
Say it again.
If
What
I'm with
need
you,
to do,
if
what
I'm
you
with
need
you,
to do.
ain't no problem with you telling me what I need to do. If I want to remain with you,
Exactly. Same thing. If you really want to be with me, it should be no problem with me telling you what you need to do.
so
to
why?
remain with me.
See, that's the problem in our culture. It's a breakdown in that.
Exactly. Same
It's
thing.
the way that you receive.
That's what. And the way it's delivered.
It's the
It's
way.
wait.
And the way it's delivered.
It's the way that it's delivered.
Wait,
So
yes.
listen,
So
I
you
was
ain't
saying.
checking me.
Hold
You
on.
ain't correct me. You don't
So Kenya, I bet not see this happen no more. You
Who you
bet not.
talking to?
See,
Okay.
see.
Hold on.
I'm
Right, that's what we're gonna say.
Hold on.
Who you talking to?
Okay,
talking to the person that's wrong.
So listen.
If you're wrong, what's wrong with that? Right. If you wrong, so
but,
look
That's
at
not- but that's
but
just-
your delivery.
Right. Listen, I'm going somewhere. Kenya, you know how it makes me feel when you do this.
That's a
When you do
correct.
this. Hold on, no.
I'm gonna say the same thing. I know what he's gonna do.
I don't have to say it because you already know it, but it puts you in mind, so you know what, let me check myself. That is a
Oh,
check.
no. So I can check myself, but you can't check me.
I just did.
No, you did not. You corrected me. You corrected me. You
But
didn't
how
check me.
about using the word? How about I reevaluate
But you know what?
myself?
How about this?
Man, why I gotta change the word, Gary?
Because the
No.
word
So
check,
let me do
the
it this way.
word check
Let me do
yourself.
it this way. You said no. Hold
You
on.
already said this. We ain't gonna do this
Hold
again.
on. We had a whole
It's 2 weeks ago.
conversation about being a black woman and a Becky. So let's be clear.
Oh God.
Let's be clear. I'm gonna be a black woman when I say it. My nigga, stop playing with me.
Why?
Wait.
You scared me just now.
Okay. So are you taking?
Okay.
Are you taking that in the same manner in which it should be said? No. Now, if I say, "Hey, Marcus, why are you doing that?"
No. Say the same thing, but say it in that tone. The same thing you just said.
Hey,
Mark,
my nigga, why you doing that?
Marcus, hey, stop playing with me. No, say that to me. Hey, Mark. No, say that. Hey, Mark, stop playing with me.
Marcus, stop playing with me.
There's nothing wrong with that. I know not to play with you.
Wait. Did you just hear the 2 different ways I just did that?
Deliverance. But the word didn't change.
Listen, but I
Deliverance
didn't
did.
check you.
You did.
I did not check you. I said, Marcus. So if I look over and I say,
Stop playing with me.
don't do that. I'm correcting you. I'm telling you, don't do that. I'm correcting you. Now if I turn around and I'll be like, hey yo, don't do that. Now I'm checking you.
No.
Because now I'm expecting you to react to me because you did
No,
something.
we have
irritated.
again. We have
So-
a failure to understand
No.
the meaning and
Okay,
definition
so-
of words.
as
Because
much-
if we,
wait,
the same way we make
wait.
mistakes, if we look up checks,
the delivery.
But
of the
hold
time
on. Now, as
I
much as-
believe that.
Gloria,
I believe
I don't
delivery.
want to agree with him. Lord knows I don't want to agree.
But she is. Oh, but
Don't worry about it.
Hold on,
But that's how the
yeah, that's
conversation's
what I
going.
Durant, I might need you.
No, but that's why we're having
it.
a conversation. That's why we
Lord,
talk about it. Go ahead.
no.
Now I'm gonna turn my whole chair. Let's see his agreement.
Go ahead.
This is hurting me to my heart.
No, it's not.
But
It's
he's
good to
right. A
acknowledge
check
it's
is a
right.
check is a check. So if I tell you, look, yo, stop playing with me. You know what I mean? And then if I raise my voice and I have a higher octave and I say, whatever, it's still the same thing.
it's the same
It
thing.
is.
I
Same
don't
word.
agree.
It's the
No,
principle.
Let me say
because
So you
something.
think-
the higher your tone, you're gonna get.
Let me
You're
say
getting a
this.
little more aggressive,
No,
but
no.
you're still
So
like,
you gonna get
let me
a
say
little
this.
Because we
Let
look
me
up
say
check.
this.
Check
If
is check. No
okay,
matter.
so then it's my perspective because if I'm
Oh,
checking,
checks.
I'm
Right.
ready.
No, you're right. It's your
If I'm
perspective.
checking
No, I
you,
agree.
We
if
said
I'm
that it's your
checking
perspective.
you, I'm ready. So if I feel like you checking me, I'm still ready. But if you want to correct me, obviously, I at this point I feel like, you know what? Dang, if I made you that uncomfortable.
Talk on the mic, man, because this is the perfect example you're giving. This is absolutely perfect. No matter how you said it, he checking you right now.
Oh, I'm being checked.
Oh, no matter how he said it, he checking you.
But again,
He's
it's
correcting me.
delivery.
He's correcting me.
His delivery make you think he ain't checking you. You still got checked.
It's-
His delivery made you think
Now what he's
he
saying,
ain't checking you.
now I'm not even recessive to anything he's saying, no matter how he said it. Because he's not my father. He can't check me. He can correct me if I allow him to.
What's the difference?
Hold on.
Your delivery, your tone of voice.
Because of the delivery, my tone of voice, my delivery, my tone of
Is
voice.
Durant leaving or is he?
Yeah, he leaving. Yeah.
But I'm making a point.
Oh,
And then also it goes to respect the person because of the relationship.
Okay.
Of the relationship.
Oh, Lady Ellis, you
Oh, the
about to
relationship.
have him upset. Don't do that.
Because I guarantee, Kenya, if I was a little more demonstrative and
hey, wait, that's a big word.
Spell it.
you talking. There you go. That's
You
it.
see why I won't keep you on the show? You see why? You made it off the
So
show?
listen, my point is that it also is a couple of things that play a part. Delivery, tone, and also the
Respect.
relationship with that person, which is the respect.
the respect.
There are certain things that I may be able to talk to Marcus about and be demonstrative, aggressive, have a heightened level with my voice, that he's able to receive it because he knows it's coming from a pure place.
Right.
And because of the relationship. Now, guess what? Somebody else could be off the street giving the opposite, giving him correction. A stranger. Hey man, you know you almost hit that whatever. He could take offense to that. You don't know me. Who you talking to? You don't know me like that.
Right.
But his approach.
It's because of the relationship we have that allows that.
The relationship. So there are 3 different factors that play a part. And regardless, he still got checked. It just let him go in a different way. Hey, look, dude, you could have killed somebody.
That's
You almost hit this dude.
Listen, when I'm home,
It's just interpretation.
I get checked.
Ooh.
Which,
No.
okay, good night. Okay, we're gonna see y'all next
Can you come back next week? Come talk to your supervisor. If you don't let you.
No, she just showed me her schedule. She off. She'll be
All
here.
right.
Listen, she'll be here. But what I'm saying is,
Wow.
whether she like it or not,
Ooh. Can we put part of the law on?
if she out of pocket,
Gloria, can you please text his wife?
if she out of pocket, best believe she get checked, whether it's humbly or irregularly.
Or respectfully.
However, she get checked.
I don't know. I don't believe that. I don't.
And listen, and I can honestly say, vice
What's in this
versa. Right?
Yeah, he extra.
I can honestly say vice versa. And there's nothing wrong with that. If I'm out of pocket, she got the ability,
You know what?
to check me.
And I have to be
And it's
honest with
okay.
you. The thing is this, and I think also this is probably why I'm not ever gonna agree with that. Because no, let me tell you why. Because one, I don't check my man. I am in no position to be checking him. Now, if you do something to me like cheating and everybody catching hands, great. But what I'm saying is,
We know that's the
Yeah,
end result.
but what I'm saying is, ultimately, if he does something, I'm not gonna be yelling and raising my voice, and I don't do none of that. And you would think that at home I would be that way, right? But if I put a male in the position to be ahead of me, if he's standing directly next to me, you getting not disrespected, but you're not gonna get what the man standing in front of me is gonna get. Right. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, I call my man sir. Yes, sir. No, sir. Why? Because if I'm putting him in that position, right? Or I may call him Mr. So-and-so. But if I'm putting him in that position, I don't need to be checking him. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, don't tell me that you're checking me.
Right. I mean, it just.
You understand? Now, if I don't like something that you do, we may have arguments. And we may have disagreements, but guess what? Even in an argument or a disagreement with my man, I'm not cursing him out. I'm not calling him an FN.
Here he go.
I'm not.
check.
No,
You
I'm not doing that.
already know what I'm gonna do. We ain't gotta use our own opinions.
No, go to the Urban Dictionary and look up.
Go to it then. I'm gonna go to regular. You go to
I'm
other.
not doing that.
Regular definition for check: to inspect, examine, or look at appraisingly or appreciatively.
We're not test.
We're not
test.
talking about that.
We're not test. Come on, man. Stop. Don't do that. Don't, we're talking. Come on.
Use the urban word. Look at urban check. It's gonna say the same thing.
Because I'm
They
not.
got it from that.
So listen. All right. So for me, in my household, I call my head sir. I may call him Mr. So-and-so. You understand? Or whatever the situation is. And I also say Mr. or Mrs. out of respect for the other individual too. Because that shows a level.
Okay,
of
here we go. Urban Dictionary.
Urban
Dictionary.
I'm checking.
Listen, whether you want to agree or not, Urban Dictionary.
It says to put someone in their place, to realize your current position in any of many
Put me in my place. So basically, you correcting me means you putting me in my place.
Listen, whether you like it or not, to be
That's
checked
fine.
is to be put.
That's
Listen,
fine.
if your ankle is walking, In order for me to put you back in line, I have to do what? To put you in your place. Your place is here as my woman. This is your place as my significant other, as my wife, as my friend.
Hi, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Hi, Lala.
Oh, damn. What's she
Thank
doing?
you.
We gotta go.
Yes, Lala.
Thank you.
The show is over. We gotta
No,
go.
it ain't over. Go ahead.
I thought she was gone.
Come on, if you out of line, why you just can't correct?
That's what check means. With the definition of check says to put back in your place.
So I guess the word check just seems offensive.
I don't give a damn what it seems like. I'm telling you what the definition of it is.
So Lala, I
Ask
just need
us.
to know.
No, we
I
done.
need
The
to
show is
know.
over. We
I
finished.
need
We
to
already
know.
made the point. Next week we'll be back with more of
Marcus
topics.
said that he checks me at home, and I need to know. If
I said we check each
No,
other.
no.
I said we check
No.
each other.
He said, and this
We're
is-
on recording. What did he say?
he said,
We got
let's
rewind.
roll it back.
I
Roll
said
it back.
I said
Because
reverse,
he
vice
said-
versa.
No.
Y'all ain't gonna get on me and try to make me feel like it's
What time is it? What
This is
time
period.
is it?
Y'all ain't gonna get on me and make this around my feelings.
Hey, y'all.
I said
Hey,
both
Duran
parties.
left.
No.
Duran left, and now Marcus
No.
is
I
back.
know. Eric did for it. We know Eric gonna sit there and like, yeah, what he said.
Initially, Marcus said that he checks you, and I know that's.
I said if she gets out of place, she gets checked, and vice versa. If I get out of place, she can check me.
Okay.
We both two
That's
parties
not-
that can be.
that's
And
not-
it says,
that's not what you
why are
said.
y'all so offended when it said it's the process by which someone puts
That's
another
not-
individual
that's
in
not
their
what you
place, verbally or physically, either in a joking manner or a serious beatdown.
That's not what
Your
you
favorite
said.
grade.
That's not what you said.
Your favorite in a serious beatdown. So it can say jokingly I can check you or physically,
See, but if you jokingly, if we're
but check go both ways.
It all goes back to the.
Listen, if we're joking, yeah, you can check because we keep keying. Ain't nothing wrong with keep keying. But if you can put correcting me in the same aspect of beating me down, you ain't getting no results that you're looking for. You gonna get what you're looking for, but you're not gonna get the results that you're looking for. Because I mean, let's think about it. It's not. It's
Can I have a
not.
one-on-one with you? You gotta stop being.
No, listen.
You gotta stop being so.
Listen.
It's something you gotta get. You gotta stop being so. It's not gonna work in life if you just always you gonna get what you nigga for. No, everything in life can't be that.
Yeah, but everything in life is cut and dry. It's the truth.
Oh my God.
Is it not the truth? I mean, if someone moves the wrong way, are you not going to? If I step into traffic, am I not going to get hit by a car?
Yes.
Okay, that's it.
So why they can't be understood? If Lala get out of place, if she's not gonna be able to get checked.
Okay, so
Is she still?
This is
Can we
where-
ask her that?
this
No,
is
we
where-
gotta go. The show's over. We are behind time. We in overtime. Remember last week we said until next week.
No. But this is where we're saying that can, because okay, if Lala needs to be checked, that's great. But the person who's supposed to be her head shouldn't be checking her. He should be correcting her. That's the
What's
difference.
the
You know what? That's the difference between saying, hold on, that's the difference between,
Maybe I'm.
because let me say something, like me, no, hold on. That's the difference between saying, oh yeah, I got a nigga, and oh yeah, I got a man. That's the difference. Are they both males? Yep. Are they both my spouse? Yes. But if I'm addressing him and calling him my nigga, he ain't got the respect that he needs. Now, if I call him my man,
Okay,
that's a totally different. That's a
If
totally
you put
different.
it that way,
Yes.
you made a point.
No, because I'm not gonna walk around like, oh yeah, that's my nigga. I'm not doing that. You know why? Because he's not a nigga. You understand what I'm saying? So if you walking around saying you check me, you're not addressing where your concerns are. You degrading me. You speaking about me as if I'm your jit, as if I'm below you and beneath you. And you can't do that. You understand what I'm saying? So if you want to correct me, but don't say that you're checking me. You understand?
I believe we have.
And excuse me with the N-word, guys. I'm sorry.
I believe
it's
we
derogatory
have-
towards
we
black
have-
men, and I apologize.
Which
And
is
I
a
don't mean
culture.
that towards men, period. But
It's a culture thing. I believe as a culture, especially black, that we said this when we was talking about this 2 shows back, the word check. As a culture, we just get offended by wording. Maybe a little too much that we shouldn't. Because what you said, I do understand. My understanding has nothing to do with my agreement. I understand what you said. And I get the difference with a nigga and that being my man. And it being the same thing. Yeah, he's my dude, he's my nigga, he's my man. Tomato. I would say. But to be like so particular, oh no, that's not my nigga because I'm disrespecting him. I really, the same way we can say a white person can say, a black person can say nigga in songs, but white people can't say it at all.
Okay,
and we say because y'all can use that word. I believe it's just, yeah.
So
it can be,
what
it's
happens
one of those things that go
what
over and
happens
over.
I think what happens in our culture is not the fact that we're too sensitive. It's the fact that we're too loose with disrespect.
And that goes
It's not
back to
about
culture,
being
that's
sensitive.
generational.
It's about being.
Because I don't use the word shit.
It's not the same.
Okay.
So you understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So follow what I'm saying? You guys brought up that.
Okay,
I don't
generational.
I
I agree. It is generational.
And what happens is we have it in our mind and we have it placed in us where disrespecting each other is okay. And now that you're disrespecting me, I'm supposed to be okay with that. You understand?
Oh, what you feel is disrespect.
No. It being disrespected. So
Right.
now if you sitting around saying, bitch this, bitch that, even though we're saying it in a non-disrespectful manner, it's still disrespectful. And because I'm taught.
No, what makes it disrespectful?
Because you don't walk around telling
No,
your
but you
boss,
just say you just say even though we do it in a
because
so
we,
the person got to determine that it's disrespectful.
no. So basically what you're saying is you could walk into your company that you work for and be like, bitch, what's up? What's up, bitch?
But women can walk into each other and say what's up, bitch. So
did you not just hear that? I just made the point. I just made that point. That it's even if we do it to each other and we're acting as if, okay, it's no big deal, it still is a big deal.
What makes it a big deal? That's my question.
The fact that I can say it to you and you're comfortable with it, but I can't say it to everybody. That's a big deal.
No,
that's a big deal.
I'm gonna walk in.
Listen, you think I'm gonna walk into a business meeting and be like, what's up, y'all?
Don't agree.
Y'all assholes.
Don't agree. I can talk to my homeboys, my homegirls, my significant other, whoever. There's a way I can talk to them different from how I can talk to you, and it's not a big deal.
Okay with disrespect.
No.
That's generational going back.
No. I'm telling you why I don't make it
comfortable. Now, what's making you comfortable is because now
it's common.
It's acceptable. It's
Exactly.
put in the records. So now I accept it.
It's still
no.
Why should a woman accept it?
No. Don't agree at all.
No.
Listen, listen. Culture. Now you're talking about generation. This got nothing to do with generation. Culturally, even this stick with the word that we should use, nigga. Culturally, it's used in our music, and we would, and some folks would say, is it?
And what?
It's not.
Wait.
No, we don't.
When was it started?
So
No.
Do we know what the original nigga, the word nigga comes from?
We can
the
use.
original nigga means king.
We
in Swahili.
Absolutely.
So wait, hold on.
That's why I'm going to correct that. No,
it
you're not
means
right.
king in Swahili.
You're not
so
right.
when we say nigga and the way that we use it, first of all, it's not nigga, it's nigar.
It's nigar, but we don't
Hold on,
pronounce it like
okay, because we're not saying it like that. So
no, we are saying it like that. That's my nigga. We are saying it like that. Don't say we're not saying it like that. Because if I call Durant or Hitler or in a song or you see people in concerts, that's my nigga. We mean it just like that.
Okay, so
now you may say personally it's a disrespectful term, but I mean that like that. That's my nigga. That's my dog.
Okay, but what is that?
And to me, that's my homeboy.
No, but that's again.
That's what.
That's generation.
So say it right.
No, it's not generation.
Yeah, because my generation we don't use it.
But the generation, what you mean? You talking for you? You're not talking about generation because generation they did say my nigga. Snoop Dogg them said my nigga, and that's older.
Snoop Dogg is not my generation.
Okay, who's your generation?
The Commodores.
Really? Oh, you?
Well, it is.
That's so true. They didn't rap. They didn't rap.
But
No, you was a rap.
Guess what?
No, you was a rap. Did they rap in your generation?
Bitches and hoes. They didn't call bitches.
You rap. Who rapped in your generation? Hold on. Who? What the hell? Who rapped in your generation? Let's let them name. Who rapped in your generation? Absolutely. You can't think of one because it was Kool Moe.
No, he was not in your generation.
Stop the ball. He wasn't in your generation.
Yes, he.
No, he wasn't.
Like 60 years old.
He wasn't in his generation.
I'm 60, Mom.
He's Kumo D is like 60 years old. What are y'all talking about?
His generation.
That's not your generation.
The first generation of
You're
rap.
talking about his age, not the generation.
But
Meaning when they was using,
first
they was
generation of rap,
Was
when he was much older, which is Kumo D. Kumo D. That's the same era. It's the beginning of rap. It's the beginning of rap. We
Your
can't.
mom said, is this an extended version?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
They won't let me in the show. I tried to get in the show.
In the show.
Like I tried to be in the show,
Okay.
but they want to talk about something else, which they absolutely wrong in. And when I come back on the next show, we know how I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use wording. I'm gonna put times. I'm gonna put studying on it and show them that they're absolutely wrong. It's not generational. I agree with you when you said when you said that part. We was talking about generational, but this is not generational because wording is culture. What I'm talking about is culture.
Okay, now
It's not generational.
Culture of
I
disrespect.
see.
And it's not
culture of
disrespect because
It is.
who determines what's disrespect? How you get to determine that?
So wait, so if a white person
How
comes up to you and be like, "What's up?"
Listen, okay, so what we see, what we having a breakdown in the community?
Good?
No, because
Who determines that though?
I do.
Okay, so what the fuck are you saying right now? I'm determining that calling somebody else a nigga is disrespectful.
So how can you determine? If you determine
Same way
it?
you determine.
No. So what I'm saying is, who determines it? If I say it ain't, she said it is. Who determines it? That's my question.
You just did.
No, I did not. I said if I say it's not,
But that's
And
the way,
she said-
but that's the way you feel, and you're entitled to that.
and that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so-
No, that's what I'm saying. That's not what they're saying.
But it's everybody's how you feel about it. It's your opinion.
No, you know what it is? It's your interpretation.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Everything goes back to interpretation.
No, you ain't just say that.
But again,
Ain't no again.
yeah,
Ain't no again.
absolutely.
Ain't no again.
It's still generation.
No.
What's your boy name?
Ain't no generation on that.
Who did
I mean, at the end of the day, using that word is wrong. I think on both platforms.
And I mean, and don't get me wrong.
I disagree.
Many.
The reason I disagree because
It's the context and the context.
that's it. You just said it. Context. I disagree about using a word. It's just wrong. You don't get to determine the word being wrong. Vice versa to me.
If it's not okay for one group of people to use
Why
it, then why is it okay for another? It should be across the board.
No, I don't agree.
Okay, well, I digress.
I digress too. I don't agree.
now it's time to say goodbye to all our companies. See you real soon.
Hey, and watch this.
It's why? Because we love you.
And that's generation. That's what he's doing right there in generation.
Exactly.
Because I don't know what the hell he's talking about. In any of that speech, straight generation. But what we're going to talk about next week, and we did it last week, and we're going to continue to roll over this, because this is great.
We need to.
I want to address that, what you just said. Well, it really don't need to be addressed, because it's not going to be a right or wrong.
Okay, well, whatever.
You're right. You're actually right about what you said.
We can agree to disagree.
And that's what this is going to always be.
Back in the state.
Yeah, but you know what? I think that we need to.
Very true.
And
I
only
agree.
for me,
once.
but I think we need to start addressing some of the things. We bring up a lot of really good topics, but we never bring up resolutions to them. We never.
Well, before you get resolution, we have to actually
that's why
lay out all different interpretations.
That's why we need to go back and address some of the things, because I was listening. Let me tell you something. I went through all of them, and I was like, dang. And things were coming up as I was able to, as I had the opportunity to look back, because I look back and I'm like, dang, remember what the slavery thing, everything like that? Because I mean, I don't believe that we were slaves. I believe we were enslaved, but I don't believe that we were slaves. But we're having a conversation as if I do believe that we're slaves. And I'm like, well, hold on, I needed to fix that.
Right.
And remember when I came back and I was like, I want y'all to understand, I don't believe that we were slaves.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when you're in the midst of a conversation, you're not saying it. But I mean, even with
she old. Lady Alice gonna be sleepy. Her bedtime like 9, 8, 10, you know.
But I think
Generation, right.
But I think we should start addressing like some of the
reason it's
even
hard.
with the black woman, black man thing, because I think that we really need to streamline that, because it is. I mean, even though we get angry at it, it's hurtful to think that y'all think of us that way.
Yeah, but
It is extremely
because
and it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable
because
for
you guys
us.
look at us as angry black women, and we're not.
And we're not. And maybe we're just not understood, or maybe we're just not saying it properly, but we always address the fact that we are yelling, or we are angry, or we do approach it, but we never address why. And we never, just like you said, the point that you made with you and Duran, that last point, that touched me, because I was like, well, thank you. The fact that you said, I can't never get it in without you making this about you.
Wow.
And I've never thought about that.
Right.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying?
You're right.
I've
And that is
never,
the purpose.
I've never said Glow. What he's saying is about him, and you need to pull yourself back from that.
Wow.
Because everything that we're addressing is not about both of you.
Right.
It's about him and his issues. And
At
his
that
concerns.
time.
At that, right.
At that time.
And when you're in the midst of it, you don't hear it.
Right.
You don't see it, but the fact that you stated just now that I cannot speak without, and now I'm gonna be home thinking about how many times I don't shut people up.
Somebody else.
Yeah, well, how many times I didn't even let you address
I'm with you.
the actual concern.
I'm totally with you.
And I'm feeling like I'm right, but now I know I'm dead ass wrong.
Wow.
Not to say,
It's big. What she's saying right now is so enlightening and such a perfect ender for the show, because that is actually why we have adult conversation. Not just for you to feel like that. And it wasn't placed
perspective.
for you to feel like that. It was even placed for us to feel like, maybe to understand better, so we can communicate better. So we can talk better. So we can, you know, so I may not say check no more. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that,
Respect each other's feelings.
right? So we won't never know that we don't know.
Right, and it's not easy. And the thing too, another point that Duran made was when he said, sometimes you need to just say, because when I'm wrong, I just shut up. And I'm just like,
But he said
and then
sometimes
I'm
we need to hear.
sometimes you need to be like, hey, you know what? I was dead wrong.
Right, you need to.
So you can hold.
So
I hope everybody listening to that.
and I
Those
don't,
2 points.
I
What she
don't
just
do
said.
that a lot either. If I'm wrong, I just don't argue the fact anymore. Because then I'm like, you know what? All right, so maybe if I listen, then it'll be squashed. But
You
we
wouldn't
never
think
even
of that.
addressed the concern because I didn't apologize or I didn't
Wow.
say,
Wow.
hey, I heard what you said
Wow. That's
at
deep.
that time.
Or three, that you were even wrong.
Right.
Just the accountability.
The accountability.
I was
Even though I
wrong
did
for
it
what I
within
said,
myself,
when
I
said
didn't say it verbally, which means that you didn't catch any of it.
Right.
And
Accept it.
again, that was about me.
Accept it.
So in my mind, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, bro. But if I didn't say it to you, you didn't think
So
I heard
you
anything.
walk around with that chip on
Right.
your shoulder, like,
Because I never
Yeah, now that
I never
the
brushed
fact
that
is
off.
Yeah.
Next week.
It
I
never
think we
closed.
should
It never
talk about
closed.
something,
It's still open.
it's still open.
We're gonna
I
merge
agree.
all the shows, and we're gonna do exactly what she just said.
I think we
We
should.
deal with a lot of
I think
dramas, tensions, issues. Next week, we're gonna take a pause and address conflict resolution or resolution in general to everything that we talk about. Resolution, the resolution behind it, how to resolve it. Because she's right. We talk about the problems, we talk about the issues. We say men, and we talk about the men
Right,
version, we
yeah.
talk about the men version, and that's all we leave on. So
That's
we
what
leave thinking,
leave on.
but we need to address now the resolution behind it. Next week, that's what we're doing. I think it's gonna be very interesting
I do
when
too.
I sit back and think about now the resolution behind everything we're gonna talk about.
Because it's not a heated conversation anymore, it's an open
Right.
conversation, and when it's
It's
open
truly
conversation,
open
it's
dialogue.
open-minded.
yeah.
And maybe you're saying, yeah, you know what, I don't think check means that way, but now that I understand truly why you don't like it, it's not that serious for me to say it.
Right.
Wow,
You
yeah.
understand what I'm saying?
Because
It's not,
just the word checking, to me, this is a form of disrespect.
but you
Yeah.
gotta understand.
But you would think that. I mean, you old. So when you come to people,
Okay, well, I'm giving you an old way of thinking.
No,
Right.
Okay, so
So,
if
I'm sure-
if you start thinking
Very
the way
true.
I'm thinking, then you get some
there would be
perspective
so many
on why I feel the way I feel about it.
disagreements
Very
and so
true.
many less,
Very true.
so many less,
very true.
arguments, and you know what, we can actually have real conversations without being.
Right.
But and then the question, why would you? See, I got so many questions with that statement, and that's why next week is very important. Because why would you be so? To me, what you're saying is you got all rights to feel and say. But then my rebuttal is like, why? Why would that be a form of
And
disrespect?
that's
Why would that be looked
that's
at?
why conflict resolution is
It's
important.
important.
Because we
It
need to
is.
express to you why it hurts us.
Right.
And
Because I don't know why it
we're
hurt.
comfortable.
I would never see.
But we won't know either. We don't know why Black men would decide to go with white women when we know that we're better.
Wow.
Other than what you're saying, oh, we go with white women because
They
y'all
listen,
talk
whatever,
so
but
much.
if we don't fight, but we're not
I don't think that's
resolving.
just it.
No, it's
But
not.
that's a lot
But you gotta
of
understand, that's the conversation. We're
And
not,
it's
we're not
always
digging, we're
We're
not
not digging
digging into the underlying issue.
Right.
We're not digging into the concern.
Right.
And we always talking about it, which is these are good shows, but we haven't given anybody nuggets on how to fix it.
Very true.
And what you just said right there, I was like, dang.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, dang. Yeah, because every time we talk, I'm cutting you off.
You dropped some gems tonight.
Yeah. You did some.
I need to see. That's another problem I got with black women. I need you to say that in the mic and say it with some, say it with some,
Marcus.
make me feel good about it. It was a mistake. I take it as a mistake. I'm gonna let you in it. Say it.
I think we all did. We all did.
Yeah, that was
Even
good.
Miss Shay, you know what I'm saying?
Michelle, yeah, definitely Michelle was
Even
like
her, even with
very
her,
engaged. She was very engaged.
Even with her comments.
Raymond Barrett, welcome.
Raymond.
Yeah, welcome to the
Yeah,
show.
welcome,
Who
Raymond.
else? Let's go ahead and give them shout outs. Well, yeah, definitely.
Gregory.
Gregory, definitely.
Rob was here for the first couple of times.
And of course, more people is watching. We know you back there.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah,
I go back and watch, and I see 500 views. So I know people tune in.
Right.
Everybody don't say nothing.
600 of that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People are looking. They just don't say. They be like, oh man,
Yeah.
maybe the conversation be so deep they don't really get out and respond. They don't know how to respond.
But we need you to comment.
We need you to comment. Don't be
Because you
ashamed
guys
to
make the
comment.
show. We're not the show without you.
Right.
So we need you to make comments.
We need
comments.
different
We want the
perspectives.
comments.
Different views.
Well, what happens is a lot of times they just want to hear what we're saying.
True.
And they think, and even though they're serious conversations, once we start acting up, it's funny.
Yeah, because just now they sit back and be like, this is TV. This is good. I ain't gotta say that. This is TV.
Right, crazy lady,
There you
you gotta go home.
You know, there you go. We done gonna slap him. Oh, wait, I'm gonna slap him. She done. She finna hit him. She finna hit him. They waiting on him to go down. Leave me. This is entertainment, but it's very, very,
I think
Informative.
I think it's
And interact.
you know what else it is? I think it's raw. It is. I think it's very, very raw. It just is. It's truly emotion. We all are speaking what we truly feel and think, without having to feel like we're gonna, even without having to feel like we're gonna make you feel some sort of way.
about your thought.
Yeah, and we all like, even if we being
Going back and forth, we do.
Even then, we know that you have that opinion.
And you have that right to have that opinion.
that opinion, and I cannot be mad at it. That's why I'm sitting here on this panel with you today.
Just like when I had to agree with him and not.
Yeah. No, but the thing is this, but we're not always gonna agree, and
We're not.
we're not always gonna agree. And some of these things, even if there is, like, if I say, yeah, I agree with you, but not all the way, and my perspective as a woman, you're like, yeah, you know what, I may not have heard that, because he said,
Man, growth comes from that.
yes,
Growth as your character, integrity, what Miss, what's her name?
Yes,
Say
Zelaya Van Zandt.
Integrity, that comes from that.
Evolution.
And let me tell you something.
And
I don't know if y'all.
willing to listen.
No, you know what
I
else?
just wanna end.
I don't know if any of y'all read her books, but Alana,
Yeah.
her first book. Let me tell you something. Her first book, I would have to say, saved my life, because it talked about cleaning your own attic.
Wow. That's a lot to
It
say.
spoke about cleaning your own attic. What happens is we tend to blame. That's normal.
It's normal.
This happened in my childhood. This is why I'm this way. But when I say she gives you a workbook, when she gives you a workbook, and then she tells you to clean your attic. So start discussing what you're doing with yourself before you start discussing. And that's why I can say to you a lot of times, yeah, I was.
Yeah, no.
I effed up over there.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I might still do it, but I can address it.
That's beautiful.
Have you read that book?
I told you that. I said that's attractive. That's what's attractive. Forget the pride, forget what's attractive is that.
Yeah.
Have you read that book, Purpose Life?
What's his name? Purpose Life. You know,
We'll see y'all next week. Y'all keep
All right,
y'all.
y'all.
We have outside
Appreciate
discussions.
it. Sorry.
But next week, resolution, conflict resolution,
Yeah, let's talk
everything
about
that we talk about, we're gonna talk about resolutions.
I think
And we're gonna give y'all some resolutions behind this. We back, Eric, Marcus Antonio, Lo, Duran, Okay. Unfortunately, she'll be back next week. No, listen, this is what happens. The show is so good. She said, I can no longer watch at home. I need to be there. And I want to be sitting right next to Marcus Antonio. Goodbye. No, that's what she said. That's what she told me in my ear. I'm sorry, I gotta go.